We'll just kind of do this and see what happens with it. I mean, there's 18 people already here, so I don't know. What do you think, guys? Think we get the show going?
Yeah.
I think we get the show going.
Get
What's
it going.
up, everybody?
What's up?
How you guys doing tonight? Hope you're all well. I'm gonna keep my chat up here on YouTube so that way I can comment. Oh, I'm gonna, I don't even know if this works. I'm gonna try this and see. I've never tried this, so let me see.
And this is streaming only on Valor's channel, correct?
This is only streaming on Valor's channel.
I just want to make sure everybody knows that.
Everybody else will be able to put it public after the stream, but right now it's only streaming on Valor's channel, and that didn't work. So I know that doesn't work. So what's going on, everybody? How are you guys? Well, welcome to the Roundtable, episode 23. Sit back, relax, enjoy the show. As typical fashion, I know, right, Matt? Izzy knocked that out of the park. He did a great job. What's going on?
Every time.
Yep.
Every time, man. Every time. All right. We got Phil was here. Phil was already leaving comments at 5:15 my time, so 7:15 Eastern. Phil was already here leaving comments. So, Manacle Mark, what's up, man? Fellow Michigan guy. How are you doing tonight? Armando. The list has been ready, man. It got here yesterday. We had to, of course, I had to troll. I had to post the teaser stuff, Lewis is here now. Oh yeah, I put the list is on the list. The list is on fire. I was actually going to do like a little spoof thing where I took like just a normal envelope and then like had my wife record it where I was like burning it and then just like low key revealed it after the fact. What we got here? And a global, what's up, man? How you doing? Let's talk Tinker. Shush, Armando. I don't know why everybody's got it. The card was great. The card was absolutely amazing. Like seriously, the art on the card was fantastic.
Yeah, that was nice.
And I love how they brought Ian into that art. That was great. So, what's good? What's going on? Bad Wizard. David's here. How you doing? Adam, what's going on, man? How you doing? No one here for some silly Marvel masterpiece. You guys aren't here for the list, right? You're not here to talk about a piece of paper, are you?
Yeah. No.
How long are we going to drag that out? We can drag that out a while. I got a box we can rip. We can rip a box and let everybody sit here and have to sit through this. Because it is live, they can't fast forward to the list opening. So, Sydney, how you doing? Hope you're doing well. Bishop, what's going on? Please be the year that Bishop makes an appearance. We'll see. Oh, we got a couple guests coming in here. All right, let's bring this first one in here. You guys know him as basically the chat co-host from MentalCon, Mr. William Johnson. How you doing, man?
Hey.
Going pretty good.
Up, boy?
Good. Let's bring in our other guest here, Fausto.
Hey.
How are you, man?
Hey guys.
He's probably like itching, like give me some love. All right, so William, man, massive help there in the chat during the MentalCon. Hung out the whole time. Was a trooper. How were you feeling like the day after? Like, did you sleep as long as I did? 10 straight hours?
I was tired. I was tired.
Yeah.
Well, we had to get up. I had to get up around like 6 o'clock. We had to leave because we had to go help my father-in-law in Kansas City.
Oh, wow.
So we had to get up I had to get up super early. And what was funny about it is I worked Friday night. I was working the whole time during that stream as well.
Wow.
Yeah.
Awesome, man.
So it was.
Yeah, that was so cool that you hung out that whole time. For sure.
Yeah.
Soul's here. What's going on? Dan, what's up, Dan? How you doing? Armando says cut the list in the sections. No. Some people had asked me, they said, hey, you should grade it. And I had talked to Fausto actually about this, like what I could do with it. And I think my options are kind of limited to either Beckett or PSA to send it in to have it authenticated and slabbed. That's probably about the only thing I can do with it. Grading it to me just makes no sense. It's a piece of paper that's trifolded. So putting a grade on it makes no sense. But having it authenticated and at least kind of commemorated, I think is important. So
yeah, the cool display piece. They kind of cool.
Yeah, for sure. Dan, all-star cast tonight. We're missing you, Dan. Where you at? Lonzo, you said Brian might be coming in, right?
Yeah, I reached out to him. He hasn't got back to me, so he probably won't stop too. But
yeah, we got room for one more on the Brady Bunch. So
yeah, if he comes through, he comes through. If not,
for sure. Blue Max says first time seeing most of you, but excited to see. First time seeing most of us, man. Well, hit that like button and hit that subscribe button for Daniel. Helps him out a lot. So we're only streaming on Daniel's show tonight. So if you're looking like on any other channels, obviously you're not seeing this if you're looking on other channels because you can't. Only here tonight because Daniel wasn't able to make it for the show. So we thought this was a nice little way to kind of keep him involved. Is let's get everybody to his channel and do it that way. So Sydney, Hollywood Squares, right? Love you, dude. Still buzzing after MetalCon. Yeah.
Well, that makes Jake the center square. So he's the most.
It sure does. He's the center square.
Thank you for that. Cheers.
Can I be Rip Torn?
Fabulous.
Yes.
My turn to talk.
Bob, what's up? What's up? How you doing? Well, guys, so everybody's here for one thing, right? To hang out with us and just chat about Spider-Verse.
Nothing.
Let's talk about Spider-Verse. I mean, that's why everybody's here. Right.
Eternals. What about Eternals?
Kick-ass movie, bro.
Don't shit on
Spider-Verse, kick-ass movie.
Underrated, right?
Thank you. It is.
They can only do what they can with direction. So,
yeah.
No, that's cool.
How many people are in
Agreed
chat
to the
now?
sequel, so we'll see how that goes.
Right now we have 39 watching right now. So thank you. 39 watching and only 8 likes, guys. Get those likes up for Daniel. Help him out. Get some more people in here. YouTube does appreciate that. So get those likes rolling. But one song. What's up, Ryan? How are you? Ryan's here. Jacob says, stop stalling. If we stop stalling, Jacob, we would be violating our constitutional obligations as content creators.
I'm surprised you didn't take bribes, man.
You can't just do it on
I've had people say, like, charge like $5, $10, $15 a character and be like,
give over.
Nope.
No.
Oh, that hurts. Wow.
That was the temperature in my car today when I got into it.
Oh, yuck.
I know it's hot down here.
Sucks right now.
That's
like 100, 103, and it's supposed to get up to like 108 Friday, I think.
Oh,
that's
my
awful.
goodness.
That's what.
My attic fan went out. Like,
No.
the solar one, the motor
No.
died, so it's 170 degrees in the attic right now. It's bad.
Oh dang!
Yeah.
Oak. You
69
terrible Oak.
structure.
All right, let's see. All right. Let's see who we got.
Now you are dragging it out.
Are you able to do pop up on the comments, Lewis?
What's up, big dog?
Are you able to do pop up on the comments? When
Yeah, like highlight them. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Okay, cool. If you want to handle that, I'm going to just go ahead and let's pull this Band-Aid off.
All right, cool.
Well,
All right, guys, that's all you get. Thanks for coming. Enjoy the show.
Well done.
Let's talk about that. Ant-Man, Beast, Bishop, and Black Panther. Amazing checklist. Am I right?
And where is the Patreon for the rest of the list?
Yep. Patreon's in the description
Join the
below.
Patreon, baby.
$500 for the first minute.
Well, someone was asking for Bishop, right?
Yeah, right off the bat, you satisfied that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody's
That's
asking for Bishop. There you go.
It's crazy. It's crazy that he's in the set though.
AZ at Chucky, appreciate it, baby.
All right, so the set is broken up into 3 columns. We're going to basically go down each column one at a time. We'll kind of go through the characters. If you guys want to stop and talk about a character, feel free. As far as guests, chat. If you have, if you want to just leave comments about the characters or your thoughts on the checklist as we go, just leave that, and then Lewis will go ahead and pop those up as we get through these. So let me get I got to get my screen here so I can actually scroll through it as we go. All right, here we go. All right, so we got Ant-Man, Beast.
This is, and by the way, guys, everybody that's watching this stream right now, you guys are the first people to actually see what the checklist is before Upper Deck has released it.
Right.
So
absolutely.
this is
And
something
remember,
very special. The
Yeah.
homie Nathan's blessing everybody with a chance to see this. So
Oh man,
it's a big deal right now. Nobody
they
else
call me
has
Robin
this that they can put out. So,
Are you gonna rob from DACA and give to all
all
of
right.
us?
So let's keep it going,
That's
baby.
right.
Just wanted
All
to
right,
say
so
that.
there's three columns. The first two columns, pretty certain the first two columns are the 90 base cards, just based on how the sets have previously been broken down and cards that we've already seen. We've been able to kind of figure out that that's the case. Now, these are not necessarily in numerical order. These are all alphabetic order except for like the last like 10 or 15 characters. But these don't indicate like the tier levels. They don't indicate number, like what the serial parallel. These are just the 135 arts that were created for the set itself.
Right. So it's a character list, not a checklist.
Exactly. Yeah. So if you're a character collector, this list is what you want to see. If you're an insert serial number collector, well, this doesn't help you in any way, shape, or form. So,
And yeah, so and do remember, from what I've seen so far with the set, it looks like they kept to this list. The holofoils are going to be tricky because they showed cards that should be base cards, not holofoils. So
Right.
I don't know what that's about, but just to give people that idea, this does not indicate a tier whatsoever.
exactly.
I don't-
Yeah.
and I have no
Beast
idea
could be
how
your
they do
tier
it.
4 card
Yeah.
this year.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
this isn't going to tell you that. This is just saying Beast has a base card. That's it.
You got all the
Just so
homies
you
in the chat thanking you, bro.
Yeah, absolutely, guys. No problem.
awesome,
and
Nathan.
to be clear, I did reach out to Dan and said, "Hey, if you're going to get in any hot water for me sharing this list, I'm not going to share the list. So is it okay that we share this list?" And he said it shouldn't be an issue. So just to be clear, I'm not doing this to try to hurt anybody. It was okayed by the artist for me to share this. So
Blue Max, I'm so excited. I just can't hide it. He said he's an
Pointer
X-Men
Sisters.
fan, so hoping for a ton of X-Men. For
You
sure.
are going to
Yeah,
be
there you
very
go.
Always
excited.
been
bro.
Black Widow. My boy David loves Black Widow, he says.
Black Widow, she's there.
She's
How
stunning.
did you get the list?
Oh, Black
I won the
Bolt.
list. I won the list on Spidey's show last week when he did the interview with Dan Santos. They did a giveaway, and Dan was giving away the checklist, and he did sign the checklist too. So that was awesome that he did that. So
Hell yeah.
Black Bolt,
Thanks for this.
Black Cat, Blade.
Blade.
I know Retro's pretty happy about Blade. So and looks like he
awesome.
bounced out. So
The blade is really nice too.
he's Retro's feeling under the weather tonight, guys. So he may come in and out, but my guess is since he bounced out, that he will probably be out for the remainder and just kind of hanging in chat. So
Feel better, man.
hope you feel better, man.
Yeah, bro.
Feel better.
Feel better about it.
Black Widow, Black Bolt, Black Cat, Blade. I'm happy to see that we're gonna have Blade in here. Blink,
There he is.
Cable.
Cable.
Finally.
Cable's gonna be here. Captain America, Captain Marvel, Cyclops. We get some more X-Men coming through here. We got Daredevil, Dark Phoenix. That'll be nice.
I'm really hoping for Nightcrawler. We need
Hoping for
Nightcrawler.
Nightcrawler. All right.
Ash as the bishop is awesome.
Awesome. Great. We got Deathbird, Dr. Octopus, which Deathbird was one of the ones that we saw, and I screwed up and called her Hella. The headpiece threw me off.
Ash,
So-
you know a lot, Ash. You gotta be careful, Ash.
Ash. Shh.
Ash is in the circle.
Worst
Domino?
kept secret because of Ash.
Dupe. Girl Domino.
Dupe.
We get a dupe.
Dupe.
So
Dupe
Dupe
has to have, like,
have a lot of cards.
Dual
So
like
Dupe is what?
M16.
Dupe is lead runner for iBoy so far, right?
Oh yeah,
Nope.
it's Dupe. Like I'm
It's
telling you
gotta
right
be
now,
Dupe, right?
it's Dupe. Dupe is great, and
They're
Dupe is like
so-
one of the. It's awesome.
We get Dormammu and Doctor Strange.
Yeah.
Drax and Electro. We get Elektra, Emma Frost, Enchantress. We get Eternity,
Interesting.
Gamora,
Ghost Rider.
So William, you're set, William.
Yeah,
you got both
yeah,
yours,
yeah.
Cable and Ghost Rider, man. That's awesome.
But we don't know which version of Ghost Rider.
Yeah,
Exactly. You don't know
that's
which
what I'm-
versions.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm iffy about, because there's some of them I like and some of them I don't like, the iterations of Ghost Rider. So
Mhm.
Yeah, no
Okay.
Ramos, please.
yeah.
And we got Groot, triple hushes. Yeah, shush, Ash. Jeez,
Oh
man.
Ash. Oh Ash.
Why
Armando,
is
who's
Ash?
Why is Ash?
We
How
get
is
Groot.
Ash?
We get Havoc, Hercules, Hope Summers,
Oh wow.
Hulk, Iron Fist. I'm sorry, guys. I'm gonna go over here so that way it's moving back and forth on me. Jean Grey. So we're getting Dark Phoenix and we're getting Jean Grey. So that's cool. Jessica Jones. Jubes. We're getting some Jubes. Nice.
Yeah, Juggy too. So it looks
my
like
daughter will be very happy about that. Juggernaut. Kitty Pryde. Awesome. Craven. Lizard. Luke Cage. Magic. That'll be good.
Magic,
Nice.
yep.
oh man
And
thing.
then Man Thing. So that's our first section. So that's the first 45 so far in alphabetical order. So out of this, obviously Dupe, right? That's the one
Enchantress.
everybody's going to be like, why Dupe? So, all right.
Yeah, Dupe
We
has
go
a
over
cult
to the
There's
middle.
always a couple of those characters in every set.
Yeah,
You
Upper
gotta
Deck
have
does that to
those.
you. You
Yeah,
got to
I
have
think-
them.
Yeah, you
You
have
gotta
to
have the
those-
heartbreakers tossed
Yeah.
in there for sure.
Mhm.
You can't all have
Lewis,
big
you're
characters
pretty
like
much
that.
set, man. You're getting Black Panther and you're getting your Moon Knight. So Medusa, Miles, MODOK. That'll
Yes,
be
sir.
fun. Moon Knight. We get Multiple Man, Mysterio, Namor, Nova, Omega
Oh,
Red.
Omega
That'll be
Red.
sweet.
Yeah.
Professor X, Psylocke. There you go, Soul.
That's gonna be fire.
It's a nice one.
hmm We got Quicksilver, Red Skull, Rocket. We got Rogue, Sabretooth. Nice. I'm happy that Sabretooth is in here. They'll pair up,
Scarlet Witch,
should
that's
pair up
a good
good with
one.
some Wolverine stuff.
Do you think-
Scarlet, yeah.
Do you think that's the Battle
Shatterstar,
Spectrum
yes.
then?
Say again.
The Wolverine, do you think he's going to be facing the Sabretooth or Omega Red in the Battle Spectrums? Did it show it yet?
I mean, I've seen it,
Okay.
so I know what's there.
Yeah.
So, but you'll have to wait till the next column to see. I can't tell you now. We're not there yet. Shatterstar. Yeah, there you go. She-Hulk. Shuri.
Wow.
Dan did mention Shuri as one of the
Yes.
unannounced characters.
I'm
We're
excited
getting
for
Spider
sure.
Gwen. We're getting Spider Gwen.
Spider Punk.
Let's go.
Spidey Man. we
No,
already
no
knew he was going to be
Spider-Punk.
there.
That would've been cool.
Squirrel Girl.
Nice.
Nice. Star Lord. So we're getting. It looks like
We
we're
got
going
the
to get
whole
all.
Guardians of the
we're getting the whole
Galaxy squad,
Guardians,
pretty
yeah.
much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah. I didn't see Nebula on here, so I don't think so. But we're getting like the OG from the MCU. We got the OG squad there. Storm. That one looks pretty sweet, I think. Taskmaster. Okay. There's Thanos. I know Awfully Tim was looking for Thanos, I think. We got Thor. Uatu.
Watcher.
So, yeah, the Watcher.
Mhm.
We get Ultron. Venom.
Let's go.
Melfi. He's like, yeah. It's Vision. War Machine. Wasp. Winter Soldier. There's the man. Wolverine. X-23. And that
Let's
ends,
go.
that ends the alphabetical order. And then we have some characters that were not in alphabetical order here. So we get Cloak, Dagger, because you can't have Cloak unless you have Dagger, right? You can't have Dagger without Cloak. We got Iceman, Archangel. Ooh, that's nice. Happy about that. That's cool. Gambit, very nice.
Oh, long shot.
Long Shot, Mojo.
Nice.
And finishing off the top 90 is Dazzler. So
Wow.
that should be the 90 base cards. If I read this checklist right, based on the stuff we already have had revealed to us. These next 10 should be canvases. And I'm saying that because we've already seen Magneto, but Magneto wasn't in those first two rows, but Magneto's in this next 10. So we got Black Widow, Cap, Colossus, Hulk, Iron Man, Magneto, Spider-Man, Storm, Thor, and Wolverine.
It's not bad.
So
canvases.
that's the 10. So we got Wolverine, Thor, Storm, Spider-Man, Magneto, Iron Man, Hulk, Colossus, Captain America, Black Widow. I'm thinking because in previous sets it's been 10 canvases, right?
Yep.
And we only got these 10 cards before we get into the battle spectrums. And we've already seen Magneto in the canvas. It was in the promo. Cap was in the promo for the canvases. So I'm pretty sure these are our 10 canvases cards that we should be looking for.
Makes sense.
Would like to see more than one symbiote. There's only
coming.
Venom.
It's
Only
coming.
In the
It's
in the
coming.
base cards, Venom is the only
Base.
symbiote. Yes. Yep. So no Carnage, no Scream, no Null, none of that.
No surfer. I saw that too.
Yeah, nothing in the base. All right, so now we're getting into our battle spectrum. So we'll do these kind of one at a time here. All right, we got Black Widow versus Taskmaster. I want Thanos for my desk.
That's my wife.
Is that the wife? Yes.
Yes.
That's your wife.
We got Captain America versus Red Skull. That'll be a cool one, I think.
So these are the
Thanos
battle
is beautiful.
spectras.
Yeah, these are the battle specters. So I like that it's called out right here on the checklist that it's a verse. Because we were wondering that with the checklist. You guys had mentioned that in a couple of the videos. Like, hey, I wonder if it's going to be where it's just calling out the characters and not saying which ones they pair up with. Daredevil versus Elektra. That'll be a good one for sure. Making it rain money. Well, tbcbreaks@gmail.com. That's my PayPal. Feel free to tell them. Doctor Strange versus Dormammu. Another classic one there, right? We get Fantastic Four versus Doctor Doom.
Nice.
There you go, guys. There's Doom.
That'll work.
Let's do 'em, guys.
Iron Man versus Hulk.
He's gonna be the Hulkbuster armor, maybe.
Yeah, must be.
Oh, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool if they did that. Spider-Man versus Green Goblin. Some good matchups here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Some good classic matchups.
Yeah, very classic.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh,
Professor X versus Magneto.
there you go.
That'd be good. Psylocke versus Shadow King.
I want a Dupe versus the Watcher next.
Rogue versus Mystique. That'll be good. That'll be a hot card right there. I think.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Oh, yeah, this one. Oh, this will be a good one too. Surfer versus Galactus. Nice.
Oh, Fausto.
There you go, man.
Fastico, get ready.
Card number one.
This is
Time
gonna
to
be
drop,
hard.
trying to drop that bread, baby. It's time to go hunting.
Yep.
Get that eBay search ready.
I got those blue dots ready to go. I got my corner picked out on the street here. I'm ready. I'm ready to make some money.
Good thing they made
We've
four
already
parallels
seen
in that
this
card.
one. We've
Yeah,
seen
that's
this
a
one.
great
Spider-Man
one.
versus Venom. That
Spider-Man,
one looked
that's the
great.
one I'm excited about.
That's the
Mhm.
red one on the sheet.
Thor versus Hela. Vision versus Ultron. And this one, this next one could be good. Could be really good. Weapon X versus the Program.
Still probably
Bad Wizard Fausto probably already owns the original art. Doom card draft.
yeah. All the Doom collectors, they're gonna have to grind, man.
Yeah.
My
they're
first
all gonna
thought,
be
my
going
first
against
thought
each
when I
other.
realized it was a Fantastic Four versus Doom, when I first saw it, my first thought was Doom card is so epically because it's like it's gonna be bad. It's
So what do we
bad.
think on these battle specters? I think the list in here is good. I think this is
It's
solid
really good.
for the battle
Yeah.
specters.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
The list to me
I'll
is
take
very...
Dupe over Vision versus Ultron any day.
Uh-huh. I don't know. The list to me is very clean. Like, all the matches make a lot of sense story wise, and I was pretty
Yeah, for
surprised when I
sure.
first saw the list because I was kind of like, this guy really knew who to pair people up with. You know what I mean? I was really impressed
Yeah.
by that.
I'm curious, like the Professor X and Magneto one. It'd be cool if they had it where like Magneto was like picking up like Professor X's chair or something like that, or like crushing him or something like that would be kind of cool.
Or the 97 animated like face off, where it's
Yeah.
like that kind of style. And
That'd be
also
cool.
the Weapon X versus the Program. I'm curious to see like Omega Red, Maverick, like the actual other Weapon X, Weapon Plus Program characters, like who they're going to include in that, which
Yeah.
would be really cool.
I think it's going to be a courtroom scene and he's suing them.
Judge Judy's up there, like my courtroom,
Josh is
not your
here.
courtroom, my courtroom.
Josh, just add yourself when you're here, buddy.
Hey, bud.
Oh, yeah. You're all set. Awesome, man. Yeah, so guys, there's 15 of the so those first 10 in this third column here, pretty sure those are the canvas cards. And there's 15 here in the battle specters. And we got 52 watching in the stream, but only 27 likes on Daniel's channel. Get those likes going, guys. Help them out. Hook them up. If you like that we're revealing the list, get those likes going.
Yeah, give him a like, guys. Come on.
All right, so there's 20 more on the checklist here. So these next 20 should be in theory, should be the holofoils if they keep the set consistent with what they've had in the past few releases. All right, so we're starting off Beta Ray Bill. Carnage, there's your second Zebio.
Oh, there you go.
Nice. Colossus.
Oh, Wolverine just staring on the pop.
Is that the third Colossus?
Yeah.
I'll zoom out and we can kind of look at the whole thing as a whole when we're done. But that might be the third Colossus, yeah. Phantom X.
All right.
Green Goblin. Hawkeye. Howard the Duck.
There's
Nice.
there's your eye boy. Set.
There's the
Yeah,
cameo.
but Howard the Duck's cooler than Eye Boy, though, bro.
Yeah. Cooler than Dupe.
No.
Mm.
Yeah,
Dupe is
yeah.
gonna-
I rock with
He's gonna
Howard
have
the Duck,
Peter
bro.
Porker- I think
You
Dupe
guys
is
are
gonna
gonna
have
like-
the Peter Porker effect going.
You guys are really gonna like the dupe. The dupe is
Yeah.
pretty rad. The dupe is great. The dupe is great.
Yeah, I think like I had to look up Dupe because I didn't know who that was, and then Daniel was telling me about who Dupe was.
That Wizard, I believe
that's
that
like that.
some of the different base artworks and stuff like that will be on the Preserved Ambers.
It's a very
Yeah,
dumb
so the
decision.
preserved ambers are just essentially
Yeah,
an
they don't have their own
with
art.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's not.
There's
completely
no separate art for the preserved amber. So what you saw on the cell sheet of preserved amber, like the characters there, those characters will have their own base cards as well. I didn't.
Right.
It doesn't make a lot of unless UD didn't do that, which I highly doubt. But these are all the pieces that he painted for sure.
Right, so
there
that's
is
what Dan said too. He said he did 135, and this is 135.
Mhm.
So then your color parallels, your what ifs, your preserved in ambers, they're just it's going to be like different backgrounds, but it's going to just match the
base cards.
the base card.
Presumably, it's not all the base cards; it's some subset. Same thing for
Exactly,
Metal.
yeah.
just some
Yeah. I'm hoping it's a small, like 25 picked of the
Yeah.
different pieces or something like that.
I think it's going to be just straight females. I think the females are going to be the only ones that show up on that.
Oh, that's a good idea. Is that what they did? That's a really good idea.
And we got Iron Man.
I could see
Yeah.
that, you know.
It's 3 women. You're right. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, the Metallurgy. Yeah, same thing. Bad Wizard. Metallurgy is going to be pretty much the same thing.
Metallurgy too, buddy.
Yeah.
It's just
All I know is there's a few Wolverines in here.
Yep, there's like I
Yeah.
think he's got 3, and if you count the Weapon X, there might be a 4th that might be counted as the 4th one. So, Iron Man
Yep.
roster. We got Kang, Kingpin, nice. Loki, Magneto. So that's so that's the 3rd Magneto card
Third,
without having a base Magneto.
Yep.
Morbius. We're getting Mystique, Nick Fury, Sauron.
interesting.
I don't know who that.
Sauron. That's
Oh,
the pterodactyl.
Pterodactyl.
Yeah,
Okay.
okay,
Who
yeah.
can
Okay, from the X Men. Yeah,
steal your soul?
Yeah, he absorbs
from
the
Savage
power.
Land.
yeah.
It's a great one.
Shadow King, Surfer.
There you go.
Oh,
Nice.
either you
If
got
they-
2 of
again,
them to chase.
If these are the holofoils, Surfer will end up being a holofoil. But based on what we're seeing, what previous sets have been, this should work out that way. So Surfer and the holofoil, that'd be pretty sweet.
Now are we getting only 2 different holofoils, the speckle and the regular, right?
3.
Really?
Speckle
You're gonna-
kaleidoscope.
There you
Okay,
go.
let's go. Okay.
Yes, yeah, the base one that's kind of like a
Yes,
that's kind
they
of like
do,
a
my
rainbow
friend.
foil, right?
Yes, they do.
Base and then speckle's out of 99 and kaleidoscope is out of 25. Well,
Okay.
at least that's what it was in the last
Last set.
Lewis.
sets. Yeah.
Tigra.
There you go, Lewis.
Tigra.
There's your girl.
My love comes to haunt me in this set as well.
He's got to get the
Yeah.
whole spectrum now of holofoils.
Yep.
She better
And then
look hot.
he signed over
So
here
cool.
above the 2022 Masterpieces logo. So
That's cool.
then let
Sweet.
me get this zoomed out. We can take a more broader look at the checklist here as a whole. Oh, I don't know if that's going to show up.
Go in twice.
Go in twice.
Yeah,
All right,
right
let's
there.
do that.
Boom.
'Cause then we can kind
That's
of
a
go
lot
like
easier.
that. So that's the top of the checklist there. Okay, so these first 2 columns, again, the first 2 columns should be the 90 card base set. And then whatever parallels inserts they pull the art into, that isn't kind of figured out here. The first 10 in this third column should be our canvas, and then we have our battle specters, and then the last 20 in the third column here, starting with Beta Ray Bill, should be the holofoils then.
I'm pretty happy with that list, honestly. There's a
That's
lot of
a
characters.
fire-ass checklist.
Yeah,
Casual.
I'm very excited
Thanks,
for.
man. Appreciate you
those
subscribing.
characters.
Appreciate that. Yeah, we normally stream to all the channels, but tonight we wanted to do it special and just keep it in one place. And we did. It's Daniel's week, so we did that on Daniel's channel. So appreciate you. Zoom all the way out so you can screenshot it. No.
Now,
Unless you subscribe to his Patreon. No, I'm just kidding.
why do you think they added so many X-Men? Do you think it's because they got the rights and they're just trying to
I think it's part of that.
incorporate it into so people know who these characters are for like the movies in the future?
I believe
Because
that.
X-Men
I believe
characters are cool.
He's a
X-Men
big
characters
fan
are
of
cool.
X-Men too, so
Dan's a huge fan of X-Men. Like
X-Men,
People have been wanting
yeah.
those X-Men characters in a set. That's just they haven't had the opportunity in so many years.
Yeah.
So I think that it's long overdue. That's why they threw it in there.
And I will say, as a little hint to get you guys excited, not to cause FOMO or anything, just because we're just enjoying the set and having
Teaser.
fun. Little teaser,
fun.
little fun teaser. The X-Men are in their classic costumes, like the ones we all grew up with, type of stuff.
That's
Yeah.
sweet.
Yellow Suit Wolverine then.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
yeah. It's gonna be fun. It's cool. They're really
So-
good.
I just had one thing to say about the set. I feel a little bit more about it's going to be more of a feel of Joe Jusko than the other two that we've seen, Simone Bianchi and Dave Palumbo, because what we've seen in Dave Palumbo and Simone Bianchi is more of a realistic, like real life person, where I think this is more on the comic realm, but still looks real. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I think
So-
when you look at the other artists, and I agree with you, Madness. Yeah, I think when you look at the other artists, you look at Joe Jusko, and Jusko 92 set was like the set that we all looked at and we were like, oh, this is what superheroes would look like in real life, right? It was like our version of the MCU as card collectors. You know what I mean? And then in 18, when Simone did his set, he's so stylistic. You know what I mean? So those characters feel they feel like a version of themselves in the Marvel world. You know what I mean? So they have that stylistic, it's very artistic. A lot of artistic decisions are being made there. Extreme artistic decisions. And then when you get to Palumbo, you get very shadowy, you get very like less detail, but you get these really beautiful colors and lightings and textures in his work. And then you get to Dan's. I'm seeing the set. Dan's is very much, it is
Hybrid?
definitely comic book type of stuff, but it also is very, it's crazy to say this, but if you think of 94, they're as vibrant as 94, like they all glow type of
Yep.
thing. You know what I
Right.
mean? And that's just a very good like color palette. The color palette's very bright, very strong, very interesting.
Well, like on your stream, Sketch Card High, when Ryan Hudson said is everything looks clean. That's like the
clean.
best thing about it is everything clean, no brush strokes, which some people like. Okay, not this and those,
Yeah,
but
when
it's
you
very
see it
clean
up
stuff.
close, when you see it up close, you see the brush strokes. Like you can see the details and how the paint went on there and stuff like that.
Mhm.
When they put them to cards, you can't see it because
Just so small.
the work's just so clean, so you just can't see it. It looks unreal, but it's very, very much paint. It's crazy.
Looks digital,
Really,
but
really
it's not, right?
but it's really not. Yeah. And like people
Yes,
who collected like his magic cards and stuff say the same thing about that work. You know what I mean? Because the colors that are there, the glow, it's cool because it's different, right? And Marvel Masterpiece is about always having different types of variations of characters throughout the years. That's the cool thing about it. Regardless of what your taste is, it's still going to be cool to have a binder filled with different iterations of your character. At least that's what I like personally. You know what I mean?
So
Matt,
that's
I didn't see a
fun.
Danny Moonstar.
No Moonstar. Yeah,
That's why
no
he's
Moonstar.
smiling.
He's like, I just saved some money. He's like, now I can just focus on the
Movie.
sketches.
He looks flush with cash. That's why.
Exactly. Exactly.
I think we just weren't ready for the quality we got. Yeah, man. People weren't ready for this, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, Vic. Lots of strong characters. You know, and every set's going to have those a couple that aren't that strong that people are like, well, why did you have Deadpool in this instead of Dupe? You know, that's going to happen in every set, you know, where you're going to have that trade-off. And like when these guys do these top 20 lists or top 10 lists of favorite characters or best characters, that you get to that bottom half and you can trade a bunch of those out for somebody else.
Yep.
Very iconic for the OG Marvel collectors. Yeah, for sure. So what do you think, Fausto? Do you think Upper Deck did a good job with creating the characters that we're going to be seeing here in this set? How do you feel
It wasn't
about
them.
Oh,
It
they didn't
wasn't
pick
them.
the characters?
Not all.
I thought
of
they
them, no.
I thought they gave the list to Dan. Dan got to pick the characters. That's awesome.
So it's happened differently for different artists throughout the years. Like Jusco had the run of whatever he wanted, basically within reason. The set took a couple years to come out, you know, just because. So he was able to get certain characters in before the ban in 2013. That's why you have Surfer, Doom, and all that kind of good stuff. And then 18, Bianchi had his picks, but he was given somewhat of a list, if I'm remembering that correctly. He says it in the podcast.
Okay.
And then Palumbo similarly. You know what I mean? And then for Dan, from what he told me, he kind of had the run of the place a little bit. And I'll let him explain why that kind of ended up being the case. But a lot of things that he did there probably should not have gotten approved because they were
because he said in Spidey's that they were supposed to do like 3 to 5 characters, send them and get approval, and that they just weren't getting back. So he's like,
I can't.
he's like, F it, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah, I don't know how. I forgot how much he said, so I don't want to like put his business out there.
No, yeah, I mean that's what he said in the Spidey interview. Was like basically they were supposed to have like sections in which they got approved, but he wasn't getting that information back. And it's like I have to finish this set, so I'm just going to do it. And then
we're very lucky because modern Marvel masterpieces, Jusco, Bianchi, Palumbo, are all fans of Marvel characters, right? And we got lucky because Dan is also a fan. So it wasn't like he was there alone doing all this stuff and just like looking at Google for references. He had like his older cards there, comic books. It was just a whole like all that stuff was in there. So when you see the poses, which I don't think you guys have even seen the tip of the iceberg yet with a cell sheet, you're going to realize how much narrative is there and how much like, you know what I mean? Like real an understanding of like who these characters are, which is like that's, you know, Marvel cards. That's the essence of Marvel cards, right? It's taking this character and showing them for the first time to somebody and showing them who they are in a moment, you know, immediately. I don't know. It's pretty exciting. Yeah. So he was along with a lot of stuff. So some things we're going to see are going to be like, wow, I haven't seen X character in this costume in a long time, or we haven't seen this kind of like, you know what I mean? Composition for a card. It's going to be really fun.
Well, like Sydney said earlier, I mean, we're not getting, I seriously doubt it, but it's possible, I guess, with the multiple Wolverines that we might see it. But someday we'll get a brown suit Wolverine in the Masterpiece set. And Sydney, I hope so too, man. Brown suit is my jam. Yeah. That's my favorite version.
Gray suit Weapon X.
To see his facial reactions.
X-Force.
And we are
X-Force gray suit. Yeah.
Yeah, we are getting a Weapon X in the Battle Spectra. So
and he could be in different suits too, like with the other ones.
Yeah, each art could be a different version.
Yeah, I mean, the Weapon X could have the
he's got
X-Force suit. You never know. I mean,
because he's got a base card, he's got a canvas card, he's got a Battle Spectra.
Yeah, I'm way excited.
As far as like as Weapon X, he's got a Battle Spectra, and then he doesn't have a holofoil according to this. So
was there a Spider-Woman?
No Spider-Woman.
I didn't see one. Yeah.
No.
Well, that's good.
One less worry.
I know a lot of people are like, I collect 3 characters.
It's like
and
one
only
of my
2
characters
were
isn't
there. I
there.
just made some
Yes.
money. I'm like, there's only 1 domino card. All right.
Shatterstar, long shot, dupe for me. So I'm just kind of like, I'm
Yeah, yeah.
screwed.
The Shatterstar is one of my favorites, actually.
I
Jake
love
says
Shatterstar.
X Force all
Yeah.
the way. X Force all the way. Swimsuit Storm.
Man, I hope they do a swimsuit edition again. I know it's so super misogynist, but like it has such like a history in the cards. It'd be
Yeah.
really cool to see them do that kind of fun kind of thing again.
How many Deadpool?
None. No Deadpool.
No Deadpool.
No, he's not in the set at all.
That's like the
No,
only
he's not even
I
roast.
believe.
He's not even roasting marshmallows.
Nothing.
He's not by the campfire roasting marshmallows.
I guess you have to
Lewis, what do you-
save
what do you
the
think of the set,
37
Lewis?
variants of him and the Fleer extra from Ultra.
Was there a Ghost Spider?
Wolverine.
Yes, there is a
There's no
Spider
Ghost
Gwen.
Spider, but there's the Spider Gwen.
Spider-Gwen, yeah.
Yeah.
There'll be 5 Deadpools in Fleer Ultra Wolverine, I'm sure.
Oh, like more than that, I'm sure.
Lewis, what do you think about this checklist after seeing the characters and stuff like that? You think it makes you more interested in the set, same as you already were?
Oh yeah, bro, for sure. That's everybody. That's all my top 4 PC characters are in the set.
Yeah. I mean, Josh is going to have to dig deep because there's 3 Wolvies. So
You know,
he's got a lot to chase.
I think the only characters that I would have loved to see, I would have loved to see a Deadpool. But like I'm
Me
trying
and
to think,
Sydney.
big characters. I think they're almost all there.
Blue Max says Deadpool's on the no list? Question mark. I don't know if he is or not.
I don't know
I
if
don't
he is
think
or
so.
not. I don't think he is. The one that was on the no list that I thought would have been so badass because Dan did a painting of it, which I think he shared on his IG. I don't know. Like he did like these like 6 squares, like 7 squares of Marvel heroes. Nightcrawler. I think Dan would have killed
That would have been
I would have
been
seen a
fantastic.
Nightcrawler.
Hey,
It
Norman,
breaks
I
my
got a
heart.
question for you.
Yeah, buddy.
Do you think that's why, like, legality reasons? Is that why? Because, like, we just got Deadpool not too long ago, right? Like, from the Disney franchise, you just got Deadpool. So they're trying to look at all the legality things first before they put them on a card? Or what do you think?
I have no idea. He never mentioned it. We didn't like have a long conversation about Deadpool, like that I remember or anything like that. It just I don't know if maybe it got eclipsed because they wanted another character and he had to make like a tough choice between like someone like Dupe or Deadpool. You go Dupe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That just makes a lot of sense.
Dupe.
No, like I think there were a lot of characters he put in here that I thought were really cool choices. And I think maybe it just
What's up,
kind of
Spider
over
Cave?
eclipsed it. Yeah.
Dan!
Hey, he's there. My boy.
Oh my gosh.
He's in
He
the
says
building.
Deadpool, Moon Girl, Punisher,
All on ban list. Okay.
All banned. Okay.
Wow.
That's disappointing
Apocalypse.
about
Weird.
all those
He's in the
characters. It's
building.
disappointing.
Is Dan sure he
Dan
doesn't want to
himself
jump
is in-
on?
Yeah.
He can
If he
jump
wants
on.
to
He
jump
should
on,
jump on.
get him a link.
I know.
And then,
he's
sorry.
looking.
Quick question. Josh, I think your mic's a little loud. Like, I don't know if it's just
I
me.
tried to tell you in the private chat, Madness, but everyone's saying your mic's a little too loud. Bro.
Oh, sorry. Hold on.
You're good, homie.
The
I was trying to
booming
do it
voice
on
of
the DL.
Josh.
The voice of Josh. Dan
No
is too
worries.
nice. Dan is too nice.
I'm on a different
Thank you,
mic. That's why.
Dan, I just sent you on Instagram the link. If you would like to join us, you are absolutely more than welcome to come in and join us. So,
Man, so awesome.
Is that
The
better?
checklist is strong, guys.
Yeah,
Checklist
much
is
better.
real strong.
Thank you, Madness.
Much better.
William, I know you said you're going to have to bounce early, so I do want to get your thoughts on the checklist before you do have to take off. And again, stay as long as you need to or that you can. But what do you think about the checklist?
I think it's good. I think it's good to have like big characters, but not to have, as big of characters, especially for a masterpiece set. Because if you put like, let's say you put, a Deadpool, a Wolverine, a Spider-Man, if you get an overabundance of all these big characters, it gets tiring kind of, because like that's the thing. Because I think like the reason why Wolverine hasn't been in a lot of sets and all that is because they were waiting for masterpieces. And I think that they were waiting to, like they did with Metal, how they didn't have a lot of Wolverines. And I think that's what it was, where it was all Spider-Man based, and then if they do a Fleer Ultra Wolverine, it could be different too, but who knows?
Well,
Right.
X-Men Metal had
Had a lot of
good amount of
Wolverines.
Wolverines.
Ultimate
And-
and then the normal. Yeah.
I think it's good. I think it's good to have iconic characters, older characters, and it's cool the way that, if it's the way that we think it is, it's gonna have a lot of classic uniforms, and that's the cool part.
Exactly. Yeah.
Classic X-Men
If we are going to get that that 90s style that we enjoyed, that Dan enjoyed growing up, that's going to make the cards even more special.
It's
we got to
insane.
get Matt. You got to give Dan a tutorial on how to do his the background change. He's got too many visual spoilers to jump on.
There you go.
But chat,
says-
if you guys have any questions, guests that are on right now, if you have any questions for Dan, he said he would be happy to answer some questions as well. So feel free to ask those out, and we'll try to get those answered from Dan here in the chat. So.
I'm just happy the fact that we've got like not a ton of Inhumans like we've had in previous sets.
Yeah,
That we just
It's
were
very
like,
strange.
oh great, I got another damn Gorgon. Like what the hell?
Jake says
'cause
he's loving all the X-Men and a taste of the Fantastic Four. Yeah, we're not
Yeah,
getting
I
too
think
much
we're-
of it. It's a nice bring them in, get them reintroduced.
There's not that many weird characters in this set.
Okay, so first question: how many Sentinels are snuck in the backgrounds?
I don't want to.
Five Sentinels.
I'm 5. No, I'm gonna let Dan answer if he wants to, because I don't.
Yeah,
want
if he wants to
spoil.
answer that, we'll let him answer.
Yeah,
that
I'm
in the
trying to be
question.
quiet.
Bad Wizard says. Sorry, go ahead, Josh.
No, well, I was just going to say, is there a way we can ask about some of the cards, not specifics, but does Wolverine have all his claws showing in every card?
The middle one, maybe.
I need my fingers.
I need my claws.
Dan
There's
says
no-
only one Sentinel snuck into
How
the
many
back.
One
widgets
sentence.
Well,
does he
Dan
have?
says one. He's not answering your question. He just says one.
Dan's being very good about this. He's
He's like,
killing
you
it.
guys are number one.
Yes.
Yeah.
Number one.
Number
So
one.
hit that like button. Bad Wizard says, Dan, am I right in assuming the canvas pieces are a reflection of the tier 4 characters?
No, there's no decision on that.
Freeze, like, you guys could just give me all the blades. Just send them over here.
It's good for me to know who's the blade collector, though, for cards
Right?
and kits, because I'm only keeping surfer cards, so all the other ones are going to go to character collector. So keep me updated on who collects what.
Claim
Is
on
he
the downloads.
able to say on Blade? I would assume it's modern Blade, but the last Blade we got that I remember was the sort of the vintage Blade in the Marvel 80th set. So are we talking the Blade we all sort of
Oh,
know recently?
Welcome
Might be
in.
Wesley Snipes kind of blade.
He did it.
Look
He
at Blade.
figured the blur out.
Hey guys,
There you go.
Hey, buddy.
How are you, sir?
I blurred it all out.
There you go, my man.
That blur
That
effect
keeps us
works,
from-
bro.
that keeps from getting
People
you
are
in
still going to
trouble
screen
also.
print it and try to de-blur it, you know.
Sorry, I forgot
Good
I had
luck.
the other window open. I had to close if audio got.
Jose, you missed it all. Show's done. Dan's here. We're all done now. No, I'm just kidding.
We're going to get waffles. Bye.
Oh.
Good to see
So,
you guys.
so Dan, so as far as if you're able to tell us, if you can't answer questions, just say I can't answer that.
Mhm.
But were you allowed to pick every single character that you wanted to pick, or did
I
Upper
had it
Deck
pretty
give you
close.
guidance?
So they started me with a list of, I'd say, about 30 to get started, thinking that it'd take me a while. And by the time I got through those 30, the art director kind of like dropped off the face of the earth. And so after number 30 to pretty much the last, like, whatever few cards, I just did whatever I wanted. So they got to choose probably about 30 of the base cards. And they had left off some major characters out of the base, and I didn't know if that was intentional or not. So I kind of snuck some more in, like they might have taken Wolverine for holofoil instead or something. I just did them with the intention of them kind of being base. I don't know if they are. And then at the end, they kind of swooped back in and they told me most of the battle cards that they wanted. And about half of the whatever was left. There was like 10 cards left, and they were like, we want these characters definitely. Like Nova was on their hot list and a whole bunch. So I kind of just whatever I could squeeze in. And then I mentioned this a little on Spidey Hits, but the reason like Doom and Fantastic Four are all on one card is I didn't get permission to do anything Fantastic Four related until there were literally only like 4 cards left. So
Oh wow.
I squeezed them as
So
much
that's
as
where
they
he
could.
squeezed the surfers and stuff in there. Nice. Awesome. Blue Max says, question, any unused, I'm guessing he means art
Yeah, quite a
that
bit.
you know that they didn't use.
So I did some art for myself just as practice and stuff, but cards I painted, fully painted cards. I did a Punisher that I really like that it didn't get banned until halfway through. And the same with Moon Girl and Devil Dinosaur.
That's weird because they have the new cartoon show that just came out for them.
I think that's why it's banned.
Yeah.
So basically, what happens with the licenses I've heard this from Upper Deck. Basically, what ends up happening with Marvel is like they don't want a certain character to have the old impression of what they were until they reinvent them. So funny enough, that's what happened with Spot. Is they didn't want a Spot card in Spider-Man Metal because they were reinventing him in Across the Universe. So they've done it a couple of times over the years, and I think that's, from what I've heard from them when I've spoken to them, that's what they keep telling me. With licensing issue, that seems to be what it is.
So I have one question for you. Now, I don't know if you could actually, what you could say about it, but the Ghost Rider, is his motorcycle at least in the card?
Yes.
Cool. Okay.
I won't say which motorcycle.
Is he supposed to be a senior citizen's home, or like maybe
The one with flames on the wheels.
Yeah.
As far as your questions about Dupe and Shatterstar and all those weird characters, that's all me.
I love that.
I was
so
not
happy that those are in that checklist.
anything.
Shatterstar's okay.
It's a great one.
Dude, is Duke gonna have like a giant gold chain and be like yelling like? That's what I want to see, with like 2 machine guns or Uzis in his hands.
Spidey, what's up, man? How you doing? Yeah, Dan just popped in, so
You don't have to say.
Oh, hey, Justin. I had to do 25 redemption cards, and I truly debated making them all Dupe. No restrictions on me for them.
You just got duped. That's what we're gonna say. You open the box, you hit dupe. You just got duped.
The plan was to make it like
says, did Ghost Rider ever have a sport flight?
Animated like 24 frames of Dupe doing something, so you could flip through them.
Or just a series of Dupe as like Storm, Dupe as Wolverine, Dupe as
that would be
Mr.
good,
Fantastic with like noodle arms,
Noodle arms.
That's what he has.
Do you know if any of the Battle Spectra will be the scene cards?
Yeah, his glasses make him look like Dan Kent.
Yeah. I'm not sure what you mean by scene cards. I don't know what scene cards are.
I don't know what he means either by that.
I think it's like a battle portrait with like actually like a background, not just the characters kind of like on a single color, background. I think is what he's trying to ask. Like, is there going to be like Wolverine in a forest fighting like the Weapon X program? I guess is what he's trying to hint at. But
because
that's something we have to see on the card.
There's 15. My guess is there's probably some that are portrait style and some that are landscape style, or would be my guess.
I
there's a
was
mix
not allowed
of
to do landscape. I asked specifically about landscape, and that was a no. And all of the battles have backgrounds, but they're masking them out for the Spectra part. I don't know if they get printed the other way as well. The backgrounds are there.
Okay.
Hey Dan, I got a question for you. On the cell sheet, we see a green battle spectrum with your signature on it. Is that hand signed? Are you able to say if that's hand signed, or is that it is hand signed?
Yep.
Okay.
Are there gold foil signatures?
Yeah, there was a video showed that
said
that it was a facsimile signature.
I don't know if there's any facsimile signatures. I signed about 2,500 cards. So,
they may still do facsimile signatures, like a gold sig version, and then have those autographs then as more of the chase cards.
I definitely signed a ton of What If covers, a ton of silver foil, a ton of Battle Spectra.
Sergio, stay away from my domino, Sergio.
Do you remember what the number was on those green battle spectrum? If you're able to say, do you remember how many you signed of each copy? If you can't say it, it's cool. But
I don't remember. No more than 25. I know that.
okay.
Somewhere as
Cool.
low as 10, some as high as 25, I think. But
Okay,
I think
cool.
that's about it.
Appreciate that.
So variable clarifies. He meant scenes as in like a 3 or 9 card puzzle.
Oh,
Any of the
like a
battles.
pan- like a-
Look at Dan's face.
He can't answer that. He can't answer that shit.
I play the fifth. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yeah.
They're just
That kind
word
of ties
line
into Jacob.
characters
That
that
ties
like
into Jacob's
together.
questions
Yeah.
there too.
But
That's
yes,
gonna be
I
a
love them
big deal though.
Let's
The
just say-
signed
let's
battle
just say-
spectrums. That's the
let's just-
first of its kind in the set, right, guys?
First of its kind. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just say Dan knows his history of Marvel cards. Let's just
Yeah.
say
That's
for those interconnected cards. Let's just say that. So he's
So
not
they're
in too
probably-
much hot water.
There are
is
multiple interconnected cards, and I don't know if they appear in numerical order
Oh,
or
wow.
not. You'll have to, but they should be pretty apparent that they go together when you start to unpack them.
Yeah, so Southern Hype, if you missed the beginning part when we went over the checklist, if the checklist is broken down like we think it is based on what we've already seen in the promo releases, there is a Silver Surfer holofoil and there's a Silver Surfer versus Galactus battle spectra. So there is Surfer, there is Galactus, there is Fantastic Four, there is Doctor Doom. But Dan said that those were like the last 4 cards that he was able to
Quite
do.
literally. Yep. Yeah.
That's guys on that day. Please, Phil.
I think
Gone
they'll
with
hold
this.
up in court. Yeah.
So will there be any characters or any cards that are left for EPAC, or do you know? I don't know if you can say that or
Will there
not.
be
but-
any what left? Any that have not been spoiled that will only be EPAC? Is that
Yeah.
what you're asking? I have no idea.
Okay.
It's amazing how in the dark I am about all of this. I don't know release dates or anything like that. The only thing I know about what cards turned out to be what cards is because I saw them when I signed them, but they haven't informed me about anything. I don't know if that's intentional or just inept, but they no. So I wish I could answer more.
I got a quick question for you. You mentioned that the art that you did on some of the cards that were multiples, you didn't know what they were going to go on, but when you saw some of the cards to sign, were you happy with some of the ones that they picked for certain cards?
Yeah, I'd have to say everything I saw looked really good. And I am so picky. Everything looked solid. There was a couple that I thought, oh, the cropping is a little off. Like I should have, but that's probably my design. But the colors all looked really good. And I'd have to say I was most impressed with the what ifs. Something about they look almost better than the art without the type all over it. They're really cool.
There's something to do with the what ifs.
Mhm.
So Justin's asking how many Spideys. So we have
No.
like
No Blue
Miles
Marvel again. I'm sorry. I'm seeing the comment. Am I mistaken? Blue Marvel is a black character, right? Is that the Blue
Yes.
Marvel?
Yeah.
yeah.
I tried to include every person of color I could kind of think of, which is why Bishop is in here and stuff.
That's
And I spaced on Blue Marvel until it was too late. Otherwise, I probably would have slipped him in.
He's kind of an obscure character, though. I mean, he's kind of not featured in a lot of stuff for the most
He's
part.
also-
so
He's also newer too, isn't he?
yeah, he is. Well, he's supposed to have been in like the Marvel comic universe for years, just kind of hidden for the most part. But yeah, no,
Well-
he's fairly new.
Blade is too, right? Blade and Bishop?
Blade's in there. Yeah.
Blade was
Yeah.
my idea as well, and actually one of my favorites from the set.
It's killer.
Looking forward to seeing that.
That's awesome.
To be fair, I feel like I say that a lot about this set, though.
Which maybe you're proud of it, and it's great to
like.
see that. Honestly, we're really happy for you that it turned out so
Yeah.
well, and we're all looking forward to having it in hand. And collecting it and trading it and pulling what's left of our hair out, trying to get those certain cards. So,
Hopefully,
Professor
and so
Oak-
you guys might be disappointed in what's a holofoil. That's kind of on me. I was really just squeezing in characters at the end without regard for how rare this card may be. So, like some of the most rare cards may be like Sauron, for all I know. But that's how it goes.
See, I don't personally mind that because I like it to not always be like the absolute top of the food chain. And I talked about that with like when Fleer Ultra came out. Like we just had so much Spider-Man and so much.
I suspect they changed it. when they got all my cards, they probably rearranged it so that they know what they're doing. But that was the way I painted it. Anyways, Professor Oak, there is a multiple man, so you can get both on one card, one character and multiple of them.
Nice.
There you go.
That's cool.
Oh, man, it is.
I think Southern Hype's a little bit behind in the stream.
Yes.
Yeah, he's catching up on the checklist.
Yes.
So
Now, are you? I don't know if you could actually like say that you are, but are you going to be working on other Upper Deck sets?
Is it bad to say? I hope not. I'm on the
Back to
hook
the realm
for
of fantasy. Leave me alone.
some set cards, but no other sets that I'm looking
Planning, yeah. Okay.
No, I want to focus my efforts less on small pieces and more on larger things. So
Okay.
We'll see in 10 years
Chris,
when they ask you back.
he may.
yeah. I don't know how Joe
may
did
know.
this twice. I don't know. Like, I am a little spent on, like, the last thing I want to do is more little card paintings. Like, I'll be doing some for APs and stuff. For the most part, though, like, I could use a break from them.
See your Starfleet command strat. I'd love to see like maybe a Star Trek series of cards, perhaps.
Oh, that'd be cool. I'm a big Star Trek fan.
Me
I love
too.
Star Trek.
Yeah. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, Card Vibe said, Dan, you're the man. We're lucky to have you as an artist. Seem to really have passion for this set. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, thanks, guys. And I hope nobody feels like you can't, like, criticize the set, because I'm, like, lurking in all your groups and streams now.
It'll
There's
be Upper
obviously
Deck.
there's going to be things people aren't happy with on the set. But I'm glad
We
you guys
had
like
one
it.
person come on and he just kind of felt it was a little too polished in his words, but it was like, I mean, do you want it to look rough and terrible edging and everything like that? No, I would like it to be nicely finished and polished and look great, which it does. And not criticizing him for his choices. It's just personally, I think it looks great.
Your brush strokes look too perfect, Dan.
Yeah. Yeah. Why are you so good at your job?
Man, the
Honestly,
Patreon's looking good too, man.
I don't care what the rest of the set looks like. I mean, I do, but your domino is just immaculate. So I'm super
happy
excited
with that. Oh man!
Yeah, make sure y'all go and go and check out that Patreon. That spread you did on that Thor, man. That the time you took to drop that, man, with all the different pictures and all the information, pretty insane, man. Very, very nice, very organized and very detailed.
Hopefully, you guys don't get bored of it, because I got a lot more of that I'm working on.
Hey, bro, we want it all, man. We want it all.
I told you
man.
they would want it all, man.
Highlight Jake's comment that just came in. Oh Lord.
Okay, well, guys, I got to get going to work and everything.
All right, buddy. Nice
I
to
do
meet you.
appreciate my friend.
Appreciate
Thank
you
you,
hanging
Wayne.
out with us, man.
Thank
Glad you were able to see and talk to Dan and see the checklist with us. And I'm happy that you got your characters too, bud.
Yeah, I appreciate it, guys. This like really means a lot.
Yeah.
This is amazing. So I really
Absolutely.
appreciate it, guys.
Absolutely, sir.
See ya.
Have a good one.
Thanks for the
shift.
time, guys.
Spidey said my friends who have a Star Trek channel would love to have you on.
Oh, I look like a total fool on there. The dudes who know their Star Trek know their Star Trek.
It was episode 47 when Uhura was actually on board the Klingon ship talking in Kerplach, eating guk.
I'm a big fan. I am not a big expert. I think that goes with Marvel too. I remember very little.
Come on, streaming, you can always go back and rewatch it. Just get the
Oh,
Paramount
I've
channel.
rewatched all of them. It's what I did
yeah.
the whole time I painted this set was just Star Trek reruns.
Yep.
That'll take you years,
So I went back and rewatched like TNG in upscale 4K. There have been some like kind of like not really hidden channels, but like some people worked on projects to kind of upscale even better than what was released on Blu-ray. So there's some little hidden gems out there. So I'll have to message you on where to find those.
It was filmed on VHS or something really low quality that they couldn't upscale or rescan it, remaster.
Some people use some AI to actually, use like that to actually upscale everything and make it like 60 frames per second. So yeah,
Thank you.
I am a nerd.
There again, Jose. I missed you at Heroes Con. I was hoping you'd be there.
Oh, you're going to talk about Heroes Con? We're going to say it? You want to say it?
Oh,
What about this year's HeroCon or last year?
about meeting you at Heroes Con.
Oh yeah. I met Jose and Fausto at last year's, like a year and a half ago, I guess, or 2 years ago at Heroes Con, and just swung by their Marvel Masterpiece booth, but it wasn't out yet that I was the artist, so I had to sit there and lie to all of them.
He came. This is the best story ever, and I'm glad you're here. So we'll say it because it's really funny. So we got together. Heroes Con was like the first time MCCW did a table. Matt Fuller was there. I was there. Jose was there. A bunch of us was there, actually. A bunch of people in the chat were there. Justin was there. And we're all hanging out. We're looking at the original art. We're all talking. And Dan comes around with our friend Richard. And Dan is just like, oh, this is cool. I swear, we sit there for like 30, 40 minutes talking about Marvel card art, having a great time, having the conversation around Dan of trying to figure out who the next MLM artist is. Nothing's happening or being said. And years pass by just to realize that we have already met him and he was sitting right under our noses, which is just the craziest story, man. But it was so much fun. I remember that day because all of us were like, that Dan guy was really cool. It's like we just had a good time. It's just a really fun hangout spot at the time.
You
That was
guys
a
had
good trip.
good art. It was just a booth full of good art. Why not?
We tried, man, because there's never any of that stuff around, and Marvel cards. As many people as you can see collect Marvel cards and are been here for a long time and care about it so much. It's just really not at cons or anything like that, or at least with the original art or with anything that people brought in. Just crazy.
Yeah, I would say I appreciate it. Yeah, maybe get me a job there.
I know a guy who knows a guy. Yeah,
I know.
And at that point, I was almost done with the set. Actually, I had just 20 cards left. So
I didn't know that. Wow.
Yeah.
That's cool.
that is awesome.
That's great.
So Armando's asking you a Star Trek related question. Do you think there's going to be a Next Generation spinoff? Have you watched Picard the last season?
I just started Picard. I like to wait until things are done to
Just skip to the third season. Honestly, you don't even need to watch anything previously. Honestly, just watch the third season. So
that is, I don't know. Does any Trekkie just skip seasons? I feel like we're
a lot of people I know did. They were just kind of disappointed with the first two, but the third season is phenomenal. I'm enjoying Strange New Worlds as well. If you watch that, yet.
I've been really getting into that. That and Lower Decks.
Really
I'm almost done with Lower Decks now.
There's a crossover between Strange New Worlds and Lower Decks with actual Dennis Quaid's son. I can't remember the guy's name, but Josh Quaid, maybe, I think. He was in the Boys on Amazon Prime.
He's the voice of the character.
He's the voice of the voice of Huey.
Cool.
Yeah, so he's actually going to be on the ship, like in Strange New Worlds. They showed on the promo, and I can't remember her name, but the girl in that, the other girl there. But, yeah, so definitely, if you can start watching Strange New Worlds, start watching that as well if you have the time. That's why you're painting. Just put that on and enjoy that.
Jacob, I will be definitely at Dragon Con. I'm hoping this set will be out. We saw today somebody posted a spoiler in one of the groups that said maybe August 30th. I thought it was going to be even earlier than that, but I think that might be a safe. It sounds like just enough delay. It might be accurate. August 30th, which means it would be unveiled while I'm at Dragon Con, which is in Atlanta, Georgia. And then it's not committed yet, but I may be at New York Comic Con. I have to do one appearance for Upper Deck, and so I suspect that's going to be the one they asked me to do.
How about the new original art convention that's going to be the beginning of next year down in Orlando? It's almost similar to like a Como the Como show from Italy. So it's going to be just like comic book art. And
is that where they had like a big exhibit of the Simone Bianchi stuff last year?
I don't know if it's at the same location, but it's in Orlando, so it's in the same area. I don't know if it's in the same building or the same hotel, but it's gonna be good, man. I think it's like the first of its kind from what I've been told.
Oh.
I was talking with the homie Matt Datillo, and we were chatting about it. So I think that's gonna be a good spot, man. And it's a nice area too.
Cool. I'll check it out.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, I'm always on the proud for good art shows.
How hard is it not to share your paintings? Like once you're done, it would drive me crazy. I feel like
they might not even care. Maybe I can spoil it all. I don't know. I'm a little reluctant to ask because once you start asking permission for things, like it's like I'm going to get
Easier
in
to ask
trouble.
It's an automatic no for the most part sometimes.
If you share it, all they can go is, "Don't do that." Oh, you already paid me. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so I'm just kind of waiting for them to spoil things, and then once I feel like once they sell out, once Upper Deck sells out of their pre-orders, I feel like they don't care anymore. Like they wouldn't be worried about me spoiling anything. Like it's not going to affect their sales. So
yeah, it doesn't hurt them in any way, shape, or form. Yeah.
So we'll see. I don't know. I'm more of the mind to ask forgiveness than permission. But I am excited to share them all. There's a lot, like and like Fausto was saying, I think you guys just saw the tip of the iceberg, and you haven't even seen the best cards. I don't think.
Wow.
You really haven't.
That's the check clear. Make sure the check's
Right?
clear.
Yeah.
How about this question?
Your check's clear, so yeah, they could do whatever they want now.
Since we know the characters now, what are your top 2 or 3 cards from your perspective as far as the art?
I still think Spidey and Cap are some of my favorites, just because I poured my heart into those. As far as just I like it and I don't know why. Fausto could tell you. Let me look at I have a list of like a do not sell list because they're my favorites.
Oh, all right.
Yep.
Wow.
Make it that one part with the blonde right there.
I keep my list is like this. This is my visual list to the cards. Let's see. My keep list was Miles Morales and Spider-Gwen. I'm pretty proud of. Those two they don't piece together, but they're a set. There's multiple Storm cards, and one of them is a personal favorite. Punisher, I love.
Punisher's great.
And I know I know I know not everybody likes Dupe is a favorite. Kitty is a
Dupe
favorite.
is good, man. I don't know. Dupe is a hidden gem. I'm telling you, that's a good one.
I think I don't know why I like it. It's not even that.
Yeah, exactly,
excellent,
Jose.
it's just I like it.
It's a mutant pickle Rick. So I mean, hey, there you
go. And then weirdly, Green Goblin. I think Green Goblin came out. It's just like the best narrative piece for some reason.
So you're saying there's a chance?
Yeah, I can't pick just like one or two favorites. There's too many. Out of 135, like I really tried to not stop until they were all my favorites. So,
gotcha.
That's awesome.
Mr. Sinister, he's very hurt. He said, I got to know, was there a reason for no, Mr. Sinister?
he was literally it was a 50-50 toss-up on the last card between Sauron and Sinister, and I couldn't decide which. And I thought Sauron would be a little faster. They were having me replace cards. Like they canceled Punisher and Moon Girl and all this stuff very late. So now I had just like, they needed it. I thought Sauron would be a little faster to do than Sinister. But honestly, the only reason I started with doing Mr. Sinister, and I couldn't think of a good idea that showed off his abilities in any way without a really insanely complex background of a lab or something like that. And that seemed like a nightmare. And so then it just started turning into like a pinup. It was a portrait because his costume looks cool, which does look cool. But I didn't want to just do Mr. Sinister standing there. So I opted for Sauron instead because I felt like I could show a little bit more of the character.
Because you said on Spidey's show that you weren't really allowed to kind of do like battle scenes, right? Like where they were actually
I couldn't really beat them up and distress them and make them gritty and dirty. And then the other thing was they wanted Wolverine versus Sauron as a battle card, which I've seen many times as a battle card actually. And I talked them into letting me do Weapon X, and I kind of thought, well, I could give them the Sauron that they wanted there instead. So he won out over Sinister. Sorry.
It would have been cool to have like Sinister like in a lab with a bunch of like a wall of like embryos because he does clone.
It's too much work. And then they would mask out the background and you wouldn't see it at all. I know there was no easy way without like an enormous background.
Just make a bunch of little squares with squiggles in them. I'm looking forward to
Who
it.
doesn't like, you
Yeah.
know, weird, hypnotic, mind-controlling pterodactyl?
Dan, somebody had asked earlier, are you taking commissions or do you take commissions?
I am. I'm trying to, and Fausto's on my case. Fausto's sending out an email with info on that.
Okay.
As soon as I finish,
Fausto will take care of it.
my portion of this. I'm trying to do just large-scale private commissions, so they're not cheap. You're looking at like 5,000 and up, probably 10,000 right now. But I want to
Very
do
nice.
pieces on par with the Captain America and Spidey that you saw, and that's all I'm accepting for commissions at the moment.
Mr. Sinister says, I'm going to need an AP for his Sinister.
Head over to that Patreon.
Yeah,
Maybe
make sure
that
you
actually
join
would be a
Patreon.
good AP
You can
card.
check out,
It would be a good.
check out Patreon.
I know Lewis mentioned the Patreon and stuff. One of the things I want to do on the Patreon is do a poll and people vote on what I should paint for APs, and then I'm going to paint those and auction those off on there. So they'll get a say.
Beautiful.
Chris says, you mentioned you had an additional number of redemptions. Can you elaborate on that at all?
Yeah.
Yeah, so redemption stuff I did for this set. There'll be 25 sketch cards for sure, 15 sketch covers, and 2 paintings. They're giving away 2 good fucking like they're giving away my
Don't
best.
say which ones, but yes,
Okay.
very good ones.
Okay.
I have a feeling that would be
they would get upset.
that would
about,
be
you're right.
upsetting.
They
So
would
I'm
get
trying.
upset.
It's so I'm over here sweating because I'm like, Dan, you're killing it,
Don't
here, man.
Don't slip.
Yeah, I would not. I'm just like,
Okay, maybe redemptions is one of the things.
Do I need to have my finger on the trigger?
It's like, I'm over this, man. I want everybody to know everything already.
I don't blame him. I don't.
I've got this
you know,
image of like Veruca Salt's dad in the peanut factory, like where they're unshelling all the, like, you know, or pulling out all the golden ticket wrappers, trying to find, you know,
trying to find the
bars.
one ticket.
Somebody's
Yeah.
trying to find those like 2
Masterpieces
painting
has a history of
redemptions.
that. Yeah, Masterpieces has a history of that, and I will say they are the 2 redemptions are big characters. They're not small characters, and they're extremely nice.
They're
Extremely.
slightly smaller paintings, but they're not.
They're slightly smaller paintings, but they're packed.
Yeah,
with
they
goodness.
picked the cream of the crop, which was in my contract that I got to choose the redemption ones, and they just kind of ignored that. And they were like, "Yeah, but we really want these."
Maybe Dan, we should do, not to put you on the spot, you don't have to answer. Maybe do like a studio tour. I know we're going to open a box together. You know what I mean? And we'll have everybody. So we'll plan on doing something cool to kind of show people what it looks like down the line.
As soon as they feel comfortable spoiling more of the set, I hope to do a live stream lecture on my Patreon, just going over every card and talking about it. And showing stuff that's not used. To answer the question that was just popped up, yeah, I painted those characters like Moon Girl and Punisher and stuff, so I'll be sharing them eventually. There won't be cards of them or anything, but I'll be spoiling those as well.
Awesome. That'll be awesome to see.
Oh, I forgot there's a difference between achievements and redemptions, Bad Wizard, so I don't know what's what on that.
The painting should be the painting should be redemption.
Yeah.
The covers, the 15 covers should be Valor. The
Daniel,
covers
what's up, buddy?
should be achievement. So look back at the sell sheet and you'll be able to see that.
Daniel, I muted you because you got quite a bit of background noise. I know you're just getting out of the concert and stuff, so unmute yourself when you're able to talk. You're good to go.
That's fine. I'm going to switch and leave comments, but I wanted to drop in and say hi. Hi, Dan. And I got all this going on, so I'll hop in the comments real quick.
This is a Loverboy concert, right?
Yeah, this is more important than that concert, is what he's saying right
Is
now.
what he's saying. He's like, I need to
That's
be here.
exactly what
Yeah,
he's
Valor,
saying.
Valor's lovely. Good
The
man.
wife
He
went
had
to
a
get
date.
beer, so he's like, I got 5 minutes.
I got 5 minutes. Gotta say hi to Dan.
So Fausto, I don't know if you can speak to it or not. The redemptions, are those only going to be like e-pack redemptions, or are they going to put like redemption cards into the boxes
Traditionally.
like they do with sports stuff?
Yeah, so traditionally, Masterpieces since 1996, I believe 96 was the first time we had it, where there was the choice of getting a painting. No, put Dan on the top. Don't put me over here. Put Dan back in the middle.
Take me off, please.
I put Dan off to the side because he was looking down like, come on, get me
Come
out.
on, get me out of here.
Yeah, I was looking at my list over here.
No, traditionally since 1996, there's been redemption cards where you can get a chance at the paintings. And if you look at the sell sheet for 96, there were like 9 cards, 9 different paintings. Crazy. And then they did it again for 18. They did it for 2020. And now they're doing it for 2023, Dan's set. And there's 2. Yeah, I will say Dan, from the moment I've met Dan, he's been nothing but gracious and a true fan of this. And it's just very awesome to have someone who understands how great this stuff is and, kind of sees it for what it is.
Thanks. I think they have a good track record of that. I don't think you can take this job unless you're a fan of it. It's not a good job. like not that it's not super rewarding and stuff, but it's insanely hard. Like nobody else is like, sure, I'll say no to all my other clients for 2 years and do this thing that's like just near impossible unless you're really a fan.
Yeah,
nostalgic collector. I know you're trying to get me to tell you what color suits are in there. That's not
He's just asking which is your favorite suit. When you drew, just what's your favorite?
I probably my favorite
Pikachu
Wolverine.
variant.
I would say brown and yellow are probably my
Same.
favorite Wolverine
Alright,
suit.
cool.
But like somebody was mentioning, the Uncanny X-Force is a solid costume too. All those costumes are good.
Well, you like brown and yellow, so you can come back anytime.
Yeah.
Good answer.
I'm really glad you're working with Fausto too. He's a good steward of the hobby, and a lot of people have a lot of faith in him.
really loved it,
We're happy that you guys are working together.
I can't tell you how just serendipitous and lucky that was. That it's I don't know how many of you know Richard De Demonicus, and he's just an avid fan. Richard is maybe one of the first original art collectors I ever had, and he just collected my stuff because he read the books I do. I do a lot of urban fantasy covers and stuff, and he became a fan through that. And he lives in North Carolina, and we hang out, and I like Richard a lot, and so we hang out at Heroes Con, and he introduced me to these other guys, and it's like, what are the odds that Fausto, who's like one of the experts on these sets, lives literally around the corner from me? When I say 5 minutes away, it's literally 5 minutes away, which changed a lot. You guys, for truly anything that was done right in this set or about the reveal of this, that's not me. I would have messed shit up, I'm sure, by the
end. Will collectors ever have a chance to own those 9-panel sheets that you use to test the poses?
Yep, I'm giving those away on my Patreon as well. And I keep mentioning Patreon, but guys, I'll be doing that everywhere. Most of it will be there. That's meant for me and my fans. But I'll be giving away some thumbnail sheets. So before I did any piece, I would concept 9 alternate versions usually that I'd like to do before that, and then pick one. So I'll be giving away some of those as gifts. And lots of little things I have laying around, things like checklists. I have lots of airbrush stencils and stuff that I thought would just be fun giveaways on there. I hope to do at least one a month.
That's awesome.
So Valor is Daniel. He was just here a little bit ago. He is a big Husk fan. He just absolutely loves Husk. And no, Daniel, nobody's asked the Husk question yet, and that's your one Husk question. So I'll ask the question for you. Was Husk ever a potential candidate for being in this set?
I think he might have been on my original list, which was 300 characters, and then got called down. And no, I really had a hard time. Even just doing the essential characters is more than 135 when you really if every Fantastic Four character got their own card, if Silver Surfer got his own card, or whomever, that it adds up. And there was just some hard choices of people to let go.
I'm just glad there's no Mole Man. Thank you.
He
He looks like my Fortran teacher from college, so I don't want to see that face ever again.
Thank God there's no Blob in this set, bro.
Yeah. I'd have to say UD did pick some weird characters. There's characters in the set I would not have chosen to paint that they specifically wanted for whatever reason.
They started doing it in 18 and they did it in 2020. It's very strange. I'm not sure why. I don't know if that's Marvel telling them to do. I have no idea, but it's a very strange decision for some of these characters because, and we've had a lot of issues lately with card sets where certain characters are featured in certain sets, and you're like, why is that? And then others completely not there. It's very, very strange decisions, very strange cropping. I will say all the composition. You've seen almost every card pretty much. The framing on there, they're not cut two in. Like you see a lot of the painting. Is that right, Dan? From what I remember you telling me?
Yeah, there's planned bleed, so I counted for that. So anytime you cut anything, you pretty much lose 1/8 of an inch around every edge. So that's 1/4 of an inch left and right, 1/4 of an inch top and bottom on the final product, which is only 2.5 by 3.5 inches, right?
Yeah.
So you're looking, it's like an extra 20% of painting I have to do that I knew would get lost. So I planned for it, and almost always it worked out really well. But yeah, you'd be surprised at how much that bleed really accounts for when you're painting something really big.
That's so impressive. So smart.
Derek said, do you have any used pencils you're willing to sell?
You shoot on so we get DNA so we can clone you.
There's 90 preliminary, well, there's more than that, but there'll be 90 preliminary cards as well, which are the pencils. And those are also redemption things.
The prelims.
A whole lot of originals out there. That they got 60 of the 90 base cards for originals will be given away as either achievements or redemptions. So I have all the others. Yes, so we'll send out that. Long story short, most things will become available when the set comes out. I don't want UD on my back because I'm selling things before the boxes go on sale or anything like that. But once everybody gets those boxes in their hands, that's when everything will start being up for grabs. All the originals, all the pencils, everything.
William, we'll get something figured out. We'll get you Ghost Riders and cables somehow, man.
Yeah.
Dan, for your process, if you only had a certain amount of days for each painting, I'm assuming, because you had to break it down by days. Mm-hmm. If you started a painting and then you kind of had a roadblock or something, would you go to a different painting, or would you just keep working on it until it was done and that was it?
Yeah, just keep working on it till it's done. I can only handle one thing at a time. I don't juggle paintings. It is so, and it just also kind of lends itself. I'll become obsessed. I'll just obsess on one thing until it's done. And the only way to stay sane on this job was to handle just the task in front of you. If I had to think about all the others, I would have crumbled under that pressure. So no, if I had writer's block or creative block, I would just sit there until I beat it, and then you move on to the next, and it would be some late nights. I think the longest I did was 16 hours nonstop, just sitting at these. Maybe longer than that, and quite a few, because I wasn't sleeping 8 hours a day. That's for sure. It was 6 hours of sleep and then right back to it the next day.
Would it be a more enjoyable process if you had more time, or are you happy just okay?
Totally. No, it's the hardest thing I've ever done. These paintings would all be twice as good if I had twice the time. I don't know why they don't just start booking the 2028 set now.
Right.
I'm just curious, did you get any input from Simone or Dave in regards to their sets, or talk to them about what they had done?
Good friends with Dave Palumbo and good friends with Joe Jusko. So I hit them up and asked them lots of questions. Just what worked for them, what didn't work for them. And Dave and I, we go way back, and we both do urban fantasy book covers and stuff like that. So we have similar working methods. His parents and I work in a similar fashion. So he learned to paint the same way I do. So I know his process. And it was Dave, did you do a photo shoot first and photograph everything? Or did you just photograph 10? Did you photograph one at a time? And just finding out. And it seems to be he was doing batches was good. Don't try to do the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And so I tried to do that, but ultimately it didn't work for me. I couldn't, once I started following his process, it got, by the time I got to go use my reference 10 paintings later, I was bored of it. And I was I don't like this anymore, this idea, which is the novelty of an idea is a large part of what makes it attractive, I think, to an artist. And if you sit on it too long, it feels bad. So I just shot reference every time, every painting, shot reference again and again and again. Bad Wizard, Cap, and Spidey got like an extra day or 2 on them. But even like Spidey was still only 5 days, Cap maybe 6.
Wow.
Which that is, granted, we're talking 16-hour days, so it really was still 2 weeks of work crammed into 6 days, which is normal. But it was just like really just super long days. Those were the only, who else? Multiple Man. Multiple Man took way too long. and very little payoff.
How many times can I draw this one freaking guy on one card?
It's an awesome piece, though. Okay, it's a good multiple man. I will say that it's a great multiple.
Post and I were talking. I should have made it, and not to spoil. There's multiple men on the multiple man card. Big spoiler, but I should have made it repeat like a tile. I realized in retrospect, so they just go on forever. Would have been awesome, and I didn't think of it.
Ash Gonzalez says he was just gonna ask you if you knew who the next one up was, because they should already be painting based on the.
They should. I might know, but I don't.
No.
I
He didn't even know he was doing it till just recently.
No, somebody. I think I know who they were considering. I don't know if they took the job. But so no, I haven't been in touch. They should. They're looking for someone at the very least, so they've started like the process, thankfully, and not just waiting.
Well, that's good. Hopefully, they can figure that out and get back on track with the even year releases. Derpa, we want Ash 2028.
You guys saw he posted some new stuff he did. It's phenomenal. He did Indiana Jones, the Temple of Doom with the priest, and God, he did a few other things that just popped up recently. But yeah, if you guys haven't had a chance, go check out Ash's Instagram. Fine Art by Ash. You will not be disappointed. So,
Dan, where can everybody find you at if they wanna reach out to you or connect with you in one way or another?
Dan Santos _art on Instagram, Facebook. You can probably type my name, but it might be like DS illustration. And then my website. My website has links to all that stuff. It's just dandosantos.com. So.
And if you guys are in the chat right now or you're watching the replay, just scroll up a little bit. We did drop Dan's Patreon link there for you too, so you can head there and check that out.
I just subscribed.
Make sure y'all join that, man. It's worth it. It's worth every penny, man. I've never seen another artist with so much documentation and putting it in one place for the community to enjoy and see the process. Like, blew me away with that one, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you, man. Tip my hat to you on that.
And there's a lot of how-to videos, Lewis. So now you got to get your painting really.
I'm telling you, bro. Hey, you already know I'm in there, man. You already know.
No excuses now.
No excuses now.
Not at all.
Yeah, and Dan, thank you for the opportunity to first win that checklist. It really does mean a lot, and for signing it too. That adds even more to it. So I already told these guys, and I've talked to Fausto. I'm gonna find either PSA or Beckett so we can get it slabbed and encased and protected, so that way it exists. And,
Well, like I said, you are the first. I think you're the first person outside of outside of anybody who signed a contract. You're the first
outside the Illuminati. I understand.
Yeah.
Outside the Illuminati.
Man, don't get that started, bro.
I'm just messing.
I watched last night. Isn't it the Manuminati or something?
It's the Manuminati.
If we say his name 3 times, he will appear.
He will appear.
Like Beetlejuice.
Hey, man. Since we got the homie Dan in here, man, I want to do a giveaway.
Oh yeah, let me.
I want to give away 5 free first months to Dan's Patreon right now. To 5 homies.
Cool.
So
I'm gonna run this
the 5 homies that
and...
get picked, if they're not part of it, you PM me. I'm gonna PM you I'm gonna PayPal you the $10 so you can get that first month on me. If you're already on it, I'll still send you the 10 bones and you pay for next month's.
There we go.
Let's do 5 homies. 5 giveaways.
Away. I had some good trivia questions picked out the other day for Spidey hits that
Oh, there we go.
Oh,
I don't know if they're too hard or not. Let's see. Let me double check.
Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it, baby. Let's do it.
All right,
Roll
and it's
that
gonna
beautiful bean footage.
Chat, it's going to be how it shows up. The answers are going to be whoever gets it right first, right? That seems to make
Yeah,
the most
that's
sense. Whoever gets
fair.
it right
That's
first,
fair.
as it shows up on our end. So it may show up on your end a little bit different, but usually the messages show up exactly the same.
And we got Jeopardy rules. So what is? No, I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Just a bad joke. Sorry. Just careful.
Why is Gamora?
Why is Gamora? Drax rules. That's how it goes.
Star-Lord rules.
That's awesome. Lonzo, thanks for doing that, man. That's
Yeah, bro,
very
let's do it, man. I want to
man.
get 5 people into this Patreon, man. It really is insane, and what the homies got lined up for it, like there's some special stuff, man. Like
It's cool.
It's fire.
It's
I've been part of different Patreons in the past, and it's always just a Patreon. They're just trying to sell you something, man. Here you've got so much content you're not getting anywhere else. Look at that.
So you get your $5 a month level, behind the scenes, video tutorials and lessons, digital downloads, exclusive merch and discounts. The $10 collector level. Oh wow, there's more. Collectors get everything included in the fan tier. They also get exclusive auctions, giveaways, and original art as well.
Yeah, that's where you want to be at. You want to be in that collector tier.
Mm-hmm.
$10 a month. That's stupid affordable in terms of
that's like
what
2 Starbucks
Patreons
coffees,
are.
guys. 2 Starbucks coffees.
So what we're gonna do the hashtag? Let's do Dan. What do we do the hashtag, brother? We're gonna leave it up to you.
Oh, I thought we were doing trivia.
Oh, we're doing trivia.
I got one good trivia question.
We got one good trivia.
So we're doing okay. All right, cool. Okay.
And I don't know.
We'll do it like that then.
Stupid obscure, but I had mentioned I'm a big fan of the Jim Lee 1992 X-Men set. In that set, for some reason, 2 cards have his signature upside down. Not sideways, just totally upside down. Don't know why. If anybody can name one of those 2, I'd say that deserves a free Patreon.
That's good. That's good. All right, let's go.
Nice.
No, I don't know if
There you
that's
go,
like
chat.
2 that
There's
everybody's
your
gonna have to go look at their cards to know. Or
Good. That's the point. Let them look.
Oh, that's a grind. It's a grind. Yeah.
That's the way to
These are
do it.
tough. I don't know
That's
the
the way
answer.
to do it.
Oh, you don't know the answer. All right.
I don't know that answer.
Here, one more quick one.
Armando says Spider-Man.
Oh no.
Derek says Gambit.
No.
Matt Fuller says Rogue.
No, everybody's just gonna guess every X-Men card.
Totally
You don't know, just that's a name.
So somebody gets it right.
Yep, the signature is totally upside down. It's
Psylocke.
a very weird thing.
Josh says, where's Scandal? So we do have a Psylocke guess.
Not Psylocke, nope.
You know, everybody's over here asking Siri.
One guess per person will do.
Age of Apocalypse, Nightcrawler, Mystique, Beast, Wolverine.
Not a popular character. I'll give you that hint.
Can I phone a friend?
You guys are gonna have to go look at your cards. Here, another
What
Jim
is
Lee-
Cyclops?
Another Jim Lee
What is
set.
Cyclops?
You guys can
Table.
work on that one. This one will be quick and easy. I know
This
it'll be in
one's quick
2
and easy.
seconds. So first answer in the comments. How many characters appear in the Danger Room scene?
Oh,
Blob,
I'm not playing.
Colossus.
Go just
See
type a
who
number.
gets
How
it.
many?
Just type a number. Come on, this one's easy. Danger room scene.
Is it 10?
9.
How dare you?
11.
9, 8,
Nine.
11, 7, all wrong. Come on, guys.
10.
Who said it's Nathan? You're right. It's 10.
Derpa.
It's 9
All right.
cards.
Hey, hold on. All right, hold on. Did Nathan got that? You got that?
No,
All right.
I'm reading off the answers.
So who
Oh,
it was?
oh.
Derpa
We
was
said 10
first with 10.
first.
Yep, Derpa was first. with 10.
Oh, you're eligible even if you're up here. That was
Actually,
your
I'd like to
I'm not.
donate mine to Ash, so you can send Ash $10. So.
There you go.
It's 9
I
cards.
just joined, so I'm
Professor
good.
X is a tiny
So
little
who's got
character
it? Who's
through the
getting it?
window.
Wait. Hold on. Let Dan say this because this is good. So it's 9-card danger room.
It's 9
set.
cards, 9 character cards, but in one of the cards you can see Professor X through the window. So there's 10
Mhm.
characters in that 9 card spread.
Don't the
I was going to
Sentinels
say it
count
felt
as a
like a trick
character?
question.
Oh, Black
Oh.
Tom. Who just got that? On's Chunky.
Asian and Chunky, Black Tom. So, Lewis, you got to write down
Black
Asian and
Tom
Chunky.
is one of the
getting one.
upside down.
Okay, all right. Hold on. Okay, so who was the first one? Derp. Who won the first one?
It was
So
Derp.
Derp was the winner with the guess,
Derp
but he
got
said
the
he's
first 10.
donating it.
Who you donating to, Dirk?
Ash Gonzalez.
Ash? All right. So we got the homie Ash. All right, who's the second one?
Here you go. It's on screen right now. Asian and Chunky got it with Black Tom.
Where's he at? I don't see him. Okay.
I popped him up on the screen. AZNXCHUNKY. And Asian and Chunky, reach out to Alonzo _collectible.
Yeah, make sure, Ash, reach out to me, homies. I'm going to drop that $10 in your PayPal real quick.
All right, I got another trivia question then.
There's still one more card, by the way, if anybody else has that answer. And
that's right. That would be 3. So there's one more character.
Hold on one sec.
Josh, you did say it, but it shows up in the chat that Matt was first.
Can you share my screen real quick, Nathan?
Yes, sir.
And I'll just show everybody what we're talking about. Can you guys see that there?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Who commented? Did somebody comment that? Oh, that was Asian. Okay, we haven't gotten the second one. All right.
So now
there
we're
is
waiting for the
one
second
more
character.
like that.
One more character.
All
right, so we got 3 spots left. Fausto, you said you had a trivia?
So we have 2. One of the trivia answers will be the second card, so that'll be the third one. And here's the 4th trivia question for the 4th $10 thing, which is going to be this. Name all of the characters who have holograms in the Gene Lee set. The first one to do it. All the characters that have holograms.
Shit.
And guys, I'm going by what I see on Daniel's channel as the first comments here.
Yeah, so we will tell you who won because we're looking at the order on our screen, which will show up differently depending on your internet connection and so forth.
6 hologram cards in that set? Is that right?
I think it's 5.
5?
Fausto, can you put it in the private chat just so that way I have... We got Wolverine, Cable, Gambit, Magneto, and X-Men. Currently, I have Sydney with the first guess.
Yes, that's correct. I just checked.
Sydney right off.
There we go.
Sydney had his
Congrats, Sid.
checklist out.
All right, Sydney, hit me up, big
When
dog.
Fausto said, I think it's 5, I was like, oh no, he doesn't know the answer.
I was writing it. I was like, Cable, Wolverine, Gambit. I was like, Magneto.
Right.
And I knew there's a team
we got
one.
2 more spots for giveaways.
2 more spots.
We need 2 more
Oh, it
questions.
is 5. Yeah, it's 5.
Yeah, still the other upside down signature. And who else has a good trivia question?
Now, one more trivia question.
William says Deathbird for the other upside down signature. There's a Sabretooth guess for upside down signature.
It is not Deathbird, but let me double check that. I'm pretty certain it's not.
Matt, you got a good trivia question, bro? I know you're full of knowledge.
Fausto's iPhone passcode.
Surfer.
Yeah, exactly. SURFER.
How am I not hacked yet? This is crazy. My identity should be stolen a long time ago.
And we do have a Sabretooth guess as well for the upside down signature.
Nope.
I have a good question. I don't know the answer off the top of my head because I'm a terrible person, but I know a lot of them. Name all of the artists who drew for the 1993 Marvel Masterpiece set.
Yeah, it's a tough one.
All the artists who drew for the 1993 Masterpiece set.
No, few, but not all of them.
There's some
That,
huge
isn't
names.
there a ton? Isn't there like 20?
No, there's not 20. Is it 20? No. Oof, that would be bad. Hold on.
No. Okay.
He's like,
There's 20. We should not do that.
Okay, so for the upside down character, we have guesses of Lady Deathstrike.
Nope.
Sinister is sideways, Mr. Sinister says.
Nope.
There's a lot of sideways.
I see it. I pull wire. Sunspot.
Oh,
Sunspot. Got it. All right. I was going to say we had a Toad guess. Sunspot.
So I
There you
pull
go.
wire, got it. Okay, let's go.
Unless I'm wrong and there's more, but I don't think there are. Those 2 are the only ones I knew of. I want to check Siren and stuff.
I pull wire. We got 1 more spot, guys.
And what
Let's
was the
do
question?
let's do hashtag for this one.
let's do
hashtag.
hashtag. Let's do hashtag. Yeah.
Hashtag. Let's do it. Hashtag Dan Santos. Put the whole name in there.
You got to
Let's
spell
go.
it right, though.
Yeah, spell it right.
Yeah, spell it right, and you got to have the spaces too.
You can't have the spaces.
You can't
no
add the
spacing.
spaces?
No,
I don't
you
think
can't.
so.
But yeah, you got to put what, like
Santos.
under? Okay, I get you. We'll put it together then. That's cool.
So I won't share the screen because that'll make it too easy. But you guys shouldn't have a hard time figuring it out. I mean, it's
Yeah.
right there.
I mean,
Yeah.
why would you get? That's like the only hint. There it is.
Because we got to get the people entered.
That's true.
We got to give them what they want.
What they want. Now my cards are all out of order. That's funny.
Yeah.
That's great.
People hit me up on my DMs. You send me a copy?
Got the
For the
homie
checklist?
Ash taken care of. Ash, you got that bread, baby. So go get it popping.
You guys got to watch the channel, the live again, to get the checklist, and like and subscribe for our boy Daniel.
Absolutely.
And if you ever want to submit something to the CGC for their signing, reach out to Daniel. He'll pre-grade stuff and he'll take care of that for you as well.
Yeah,
Daniel's
and
great at that.
after you're done here, go back, check out some of his previous content, add a few to a watch list, and check some of that out too. He's got some good stuff.
I know it's really premature, but I saw this year at Heroes Con, Fausto, that they were doing CGC grading there, right? Is that going to be an ongoing thing there now?
I'm hoping it will be. I know they were doing signature series there to get some artists to fulfill some of those signature series, but I know they're going to be at the National, and they're going to San Diego as well. I don't know. They want me at Nationals. They want me at San Diego. I don't know if I'll be which one I'll go to. But
so maybe this time next year, and we'll be at Heroes signing these cards.
Well, I actually have to talk to you about that. So yeah, yeah, because they definitely want to do something with you. So
Have them put you up at the Manchester Grand Hyatt. We stayed there when we were in San Diego a few months ago.
Was it good?
It's right. It's
I'm gonna
phenomenal.
DM you. Yeah, I'm gonna DM you because I have no idea.
Yeah, let me know.
Thank you.
No worries.
So I'm showing 36 watching currently with 20 entries, guys.
That's
Oh,
good
don't miss
odds.
this, guys.
Good odds.
Get those hashtag Dan Santos in there.
Fausto, are you
can't
doing
big.
New York City Comic Con again?
Dan, I am not unfortunately doing New York City Comic Con. I loved it last time, and we did it. We really did it big last year with all the original art and stuff like that. And I had Matt Fuller there helping me, who I could not have done that without setting that up. And it's just the best having him there, and of course Jose as well. It was a lot of fun. I want to do a big Marvel card display at another con. I just don't know which one it's going to be.
San Diego is just so hard to do as an exhibitor. It just it just wears you out after a couple years.
I'd like to do something local here. Maybe we'll do like a break party or something, or we're gonna have to figure something out, something fun. We'll do something live. We'll do some things. Show some
As soon as
Marvel
we know
stuff.
an actual release date, yeah, I feel like we could do a break
We can
party.
do some real cool stuff, man. Yeah. Once we know the date and once it's cemented, a lot of people, so everybody knows, a lot of people are under NDAs and can't say certain things. So that's the reason why, the information is tight right now, unfortunately.
I think Jose's behind in the chat a little bit.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
so-
Jose, is that your
No.
guess for the holograms? I was wondering what that is. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
Yep, he would have been right though.
Yeah, you would have.
How many entries we got, big dog?
It was
23, sir. We got 23 right now. We got
Yeah.
37 watching. I'm one of those, and then there's probably the 4 people that have already won may not have entered as well. So
Yeah, we got homie with the homie dude with like 5 different accounts too. So
he's trying to get that free month for show.
yeah.
That's great.
All right, well, when we get to 30 entries, run it, big dog.
Ooh,
We
30
might not
entries.
get there. People might just
We
have
might
it
not get
on
We
there.
may
yeah.
not get there. People sleeping, man. Hey,
How about we do 25? That gives us 2 more to have to get.
that's cool. Let's do it.
Let me enter and I'll give
2 more
mine.
entries, chat. 2 more entries. Hashtag Dan Dos
So I
Santos.
need AZN Chunky to hit me on the DM, and I Pull Y hit me on the DM. I already got Ash squared up, and I already got the homie Sydney squared up.
And that's Alonzo_collectibles on IG, guys. Hey, there we go. We got our entries.
Okay.
Ready?
Sydney's going.
Let's go.
Sydney's gonna
Here
go
we go.
again. See? Here we go. Good luck, guys.
Here we go. Here we go. Here we go.
Doombot.
Doombot, let's go, baby.
Retro
Congrats,
just missed it
man.
by a couple spots.
And good avatar.
Oh,
Can't go wrong with
nice.
Sienkiewicz.
Yeah, for sure.
Bill
Congratulations,
Sinkovich,
man.
yeah.
Doom, hit him up.
Doombot,
Hit
make
him
sure
up
you hit
on,
me up, baby, on IG, man. I get you squared up.
Yeah,
Congrats, buddy.
awesome. Congrats, man.
Wonderful. Guys, thank you so much for playing along. That was fun.
Please,
Yeah, that was
thank you,
fun.
Dan.
Yeah,
Thanks for coming on.
Thanks for
man.
doing it with us, Dan.
Yeah, my pleasure. I got to get back to like actual work.
Hey, you're good. Glad we
I
can give you a
was
little bit of a
just
break.
drawing
so.
and listening to you guys, and then I thought, I'll pop it. So,
Yeah, appreciate that, man.
So,
Yeah, we appreciate
All right,
you.
guys,
Yeah, thank you.
all of my
thanks again
faces.
so much,
Nice
Dan.
meeting
Really
you.
appreciate it.
Have a
Yeah,
great night.
and yeah, I'll be in touch. You guys know where I'm at. I'm available. So talk
man.
soon, guys. Ciao.
Thank
Sounds
you.
good.
Yeah, brother.
Thank you, sir.
Hi,
Take care.
Dan.
How cool
That
was
was
that?
Yeah.
Good
so
guy.
cool.
Just a good guy.
Lurking in the comments and just like,
Good cat.
that's so awesome.
These are the banned ones. Let me elaborate more. I had to bug out, guys. I've had a very long day. I've been
All
up
right,
since-
Matt.
All right,
Take it
Durba. Nice
easy.
seeing you, homie.
Y'all have a great night.
Later,
Yeah,
buddy.
Thanks,
you too.
Alonzo.
Take care.
Appreciate you, man.
Take care, my
guys.
brother. Have a good night, man.
Well, I did have a box of Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse to open, but that's not going to top that.
And that's
It's
fire
nothing,
as hell, man. The homie was just chilling, kicking it,
That's-
watching
yeah.
it, enjoying the content. He's like, you
Top
know
on
what, man? I'm gonna come and show love to the community and hang out with them for a
Mhm.
little bit, man. Those small gestures are huge, man. You know,
It goes a long way when people are looking
it
at
does.
this set. For sure. Fausto and Matt coming and hanging out with us tonight too. That was awesome. Thank you
Of
guys.
course.
The insight's
Of course.
always beneficial. So
I'm still reeling from the names. Some great names in there.
mm-hmm.
I'll tell you guys what. This is one of the best roundtable episodes we've had. This may be, yeah. This is a big one. We got to see the checklist for the first time. We had everybody in here. Almost all the slots were filled on the stream. Dan came through and chilled with us live. Like, it was good. It's beautiful.
I think we each need to pick the one on here we're most excited about.
Mine's gonna be tough.
So yeah. Okay. Which one are you? Okay, let's make it a little more interesting. What's everybody? Obviously, I'm Domino. Fausto, you're Surfer. Will, you're Venom.
Yep.
Matt, who's your top character?
I mean, we've seen the Dark Phoenix, and it looks really good. So that's always up at the top for me.
Okay, and then Lewis, who's your top character? Is it Moon Knight or is it
No,
Spider-Man? Right?
Well, Spider-Man's my top guy, but that Spider-Man versus Venom is probably going to be my favorite card of the set.
No. Character. One character.
Oh, character.
What's your top character that's in this set right now?
Oh, my main PC character, like my number one, is always going to be Spider-Man. So I got to go with Spider-Man.
Okay,
And I actually wouldn't pick Dark Phoenix as my top, even though I've seen it and I love it. If I had to pick just one, I would actually pick Blink. Believe it or not.
Okay, and then what's the card you're most excited about? That's not that character.
Miles for me. Miles
for you.
Yeah.
What do you mean? What do you mean by your question?
Meaning you can't pick Surfer. What card are you most excited about that's not Surfer?
Awesome.
See?
That is a great one. So I'm gonna go with. I'm excited about a lot of them actually. Man, I'm obsessed with that Deathbird pretty bad. I have it. I'm pretty in love with that. I've seen the final piece. I know we've only seen the prelim, but I'm pretty obsessed with that piece. It's beautiful.
Normally, I would say Magic, but based on what Dan said today about there being a storm that he loves and he's keeping, I'm gonna piggyback on that and say it's probably that. I want to see what's so good that he's madly in love with it.
Okay.
All right, so everybody's squared up on the giveaway. I just need Doombot to hit me up. It's the last homie needs to get squared up real quick.
It's really nice of you to do that, Alonzo. That was awesome.
Yeah, bro. You got to show love, man. What $50 ain't shit, man. But if I can get 5 more people in there to support the homie and maybe have an opportunity, maybe they win something big. You never know, man. It's just a good spot to be at. I've never seen an artist do what Dan's doing.
It's heartbreaking.
It's just crazy, bro. When you see it, when you go into it, if you haven't been a part of the Patreon, when you go in and you see what you're going to see what I'm talking about.
The
See, the
content
thing
with
to
like
remember-
time lapses and everything.
Bro, there's everything.
Yeah.
It's crazy because, and I'm going to say this because I mean it, this is what UD should be doing for us. And they're not. And what is being done for us is by Dan, who kept all this stuff. You know what I mean? And like really made sure to preserve it. Like we've had conversations about, what to show. Would people really be interested in this? This is just kind of my thing. Would people even care? And I hope he was here. He heard it already. But I don't mean to speak for everyone. I'm really not. I got so excited to see how much documentation and how much thought process and how much decisions were being made. It's like having a behind the scenes of like your favorite movie. It's just absolutely phenomenal. It's very exciting.
Hold up, Lewis. Were you doing a screen share there?
I think he froze.
Oh, he did freeze. Yep, that's what it is. Okay.
Am I frozen?
You were.
Two of you on there.
We got two Lewises.
Yeah, my other phone died, dog.
My heart couldn't take that. That was too much good looking. I got all sweaty.
So y'all about to get a double dose. Y'all ain't ready for that.
One day we'll get Peach on here. I hope so. Give me a sec, nostalgic. I'll drop his link again for you guys in the chat.
Yeah. Peach is lovely. She's an absolutely lovely person.
There you go, guys. Just drop that in the chat for you. That's Dan's Patreon link right there. There's a $5 and $10 monthly option for you as well. Gives you the breakdown. For me, the character the one that I'm most excited for that's not Domino is Sabretooth. I love 90s style Sabretooth. And if this artwork is in that style, I'm hoping that we get something awesome there for him because his most recent stuff just hasn't done it for me.
It's very 90s. It's awesome. It's very cool.
Yo, Jose's ball breaking tonight, boy.
Jose's the best. The best.
Jose, you drinking, papi? Tu estás tomando? What you sipping on over there, dog?
Hey guys, you're welcome. I can't keep this to myself. I have to share it with you guys. You know that. So, and
thank you
again,
for putting this together.
Yeah, absolutely. If Dan would have said no because he was going to get in trouble from Upper Deck, there's no way in the world I would have shared any of this. Because that's important to me that those guys and the artists that they continue to have employment in the methods that they want to do that. So Omega Red, that'll be a good one too, I think. So cool. You're welcome. You're welcome, guys. Glad I could help. Glad I could share this. Now everybody can stop talking about it. No, I'm just kidding. Now we can start digging more into how many serial numbers are going to add. What are the cards going to be serial number 2 as the base set? All that. That's the stuff we're looking for now. So we can start looking to see how much is actually printed, how many boxes and cases we will end up having, and kind of go from there. Because right now we could somebody could go out there, estimate it based on the previous couple we right? And go, this is about what
we have numbers like that.
Yeah, was it 15,000, a little over 15,000 for 2020?
I think it was a little. I think we had our boy say that in our live.
Yeah, the homie that keeps all the data on the print runs and all that.
Yeah, there's a few who really.
Yeah, Swami's got a link to that in his Discord too. So
so we have that.
Curious on pre-order price. Yeah,
the pre-order price is just going to be stupid. Unfortunately, that's going to be.
It's got to be. I would say it's not less than 20,000 boxes. It's got to be more than that, I would think, but.
We'll do a character break. I'm thinking either here or my channel, wherever we want to do it. But maybe like what would be fun is a character break where, people who want a particular character get in early, they have a character, and then based on the rarity of the card, depends on like what we sell it to them for. You know what I mean? Like a character hunt type of thing or something. There has to be a way to do this where people don't get too stuck with unrealistic expectation sellers, which is the worry. You know what I mean?
And I think I think if you have a box, be open to just trading straight up for other
Trading's
cards.
the way to go.
And
All
don't
the
worry
way.
so much about like,
No.
like if I'm looking to get
Penny
a
for
Domino
penny.
and I have a Doom card, it's the Battle Spectrum. It's Doom's first masterpiece card and forever. Am I that concerned over the value of that card that I'm not willing to trade it to somebody that is a Doom collector and I'm a Domino collector and we can help each other out?
Yeah.
Be open to that.
And if there's a big gap in between, there can always be compromise. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Throw something else in,
I think the best way to do is get a big group of people. The only way you can get on is you got to have a box. You bring your own box. And if you've got something you can trade with somebody, if somebody's got something that you want, I think that's the best way to do it. You keep your contents from your box. If you can find homies that are willing to trade with you live, or swap, or if somebody wants to sell you something, I think that's the best way to go about it than doing like a character break, because there's obviously characters that are valued and worth way more than other characters. You know what I'm saying? So
No, 100%.
to make it fair for everybody, so everybody has, fair value across the board, I think that's the best way to do it. Everybody pulls up with their own box.
Sydney says he claims Wolverine, and too bad for Josh, he isn't here.
Bryce
Bryce is calling Daredevil. Bryce is claiming
Bryce has a
Daredevil.
great Daredevil collection, yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Well, guys, I think I'll wrap it up for us tonight. Chat, thanks for hanging out. Just a tick over 2 hours tonight. We'll keep it, I guess that's short for us normally. 2.5, 3 hours, 4 hours, whatever. 5, 6, 24, 25. You know how we do. So, thanks for hanging out with us, guys. Glad we could share that with you. I'm probably not going to be scanning the checklist to anybody. So please don't ask for that. But if you want an Excel file sheet, I'll probably create one that is shareable, so that way you guys can download that, so you can have something to use as a checklist for yourself as well. So I'll work on that. It probably won't be till after the move, which will be this weekend. So, but yeah, next week, look for that. If you need the link, just hit me up on Instagram, and I'll try to compile a list to get that out to everybody. So
awesome.
Thank you.
Awesome.
Thanks, guys.
It was awesome,
It was cool
guys.
seeing all of you.
We're going to look back at this day 3, 4, 5 years from now and be like, yo, remember when we went live and unveiled the list before Upper Deck did?
Mm-hmm.
We're
They need to
legends
get their
right
act
now.
together.
We
They need to get
literally
their act
did that.
together. You announce the set, release the checklist. Plain and simple. Let people know what
That's
they're
it.
buying into.
That's
That's
it.
right.
It's that
Absolutely.
simple.
That's the
Then you don't
man.
have to have Robin Hoods. The Knights of the Round Table won't have to save you then.
That's it.
All right, guys. Take it easy. Have a great night, and stay safe this weekend.
Later,
Thanks,
everybody.
Later, guys. Peace.